What is going on, everybody who is tuning into this episode of the One Shot Podcast? Is your host with the most, Mr. Ranks HTX. I'm here with my boy Maj, and I ain't talking about no DBZ Maj. I ain't talking about Majin Buu. I ain't talking about Super Buu. I'm talking about my boy Majiinnj. Majiinnj, how we doing today, my boy?
I'm chilling, bro. It's a good Saturday. I got work off. It snowed.
We
vibed. The snow, but other than that, it's a good Friday. You know, I got the fresh cut. Everything's blessed. You know.
Hey, I promise you, bro. I don't know what it is about a cut, but like depression will be spawned onto your life.
The energy, bro. It's just like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like I could just walk around and just start bumping into everybody.
I feel like I could take anybody. John Jones, I see him on the street. I got a fresh cut. Yo, we're fighting, bro. I don't care how much you got in your system. We going at it.
Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather, Prime Mike Tyson. I'm just,
I'll catch the beating, but I'm going for it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, I catch the beating, I go to the hospital, I get back up, get my get back like 2 weeks later, bro. I'm here.
I look in the mirror and I'm like, cut's still fresh, so I don't care.
It's fresh. I got stitches, but it's fresh though. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, man. For sure, man. So obviously, for anybody who isn't watching this already, I can just already tell what your name's from. It's you know what I'm saying? It's a Dragon Ball Z reference. It's
yeah.
Dragon Ball Z character. I'm not exactly sure what he's made out of, but it's like a pink.
I'll be honest though, it's not specifically Buu though. I picked Majiinnj because of Vegeta, and the reason is because in that arc, Vegeta, that was like Vegeta's like, that was Vegeta's arc in my opinion, because he kind of like, we got to see everything. Like we got him to see him like become a villain. He sacrifices himself. Like there's a lot of growth. And I after that moment, I was like, that's my guy. Like this guy was willing to whatever. People make fun of him. He's like, you didn't even kill him. I don't care. Do you understand the balls you need to have to kill yourself when you know your wife is about to have a child to defeat this thing? Like that takes a lot amount of balls, bro. So like a lot of respect, and just like the way Vegeta is, you know, like carry yourself, like it doesn't matter, like, you know, even him, like he doesn't have a people and anything, but till this day he says, I'm Prince of the Saiyans. He cares about who he is, never lets that shit go. So, and it's just like, you know, and the whole story, like Goku's gifted, Vegeta is gifted, but he had to work hard to get to like make his gifts actually flourish, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I've always watched Dragon Ball Z, and I know it's Goku's story, but I've always felt like it was kind of like Vegeta's as well, man, because his character growth was like nobody else's in that show. I say this to this day. So
yeah, because literally, bro, like the way it works, because everybody views Vegeta as just like angry, stubborn, envious, like, you know what I'm saying, a little troll.
But like when you think about it, a lot of guys are like that, yo. Like a lot of guys growing up. Like, so me personally, like I didn't have a dad, right? So I was an angry, stubborn guy all the time. And so I related to that. You know what I'm saying? Like I related to that whole like wanting to prove yourself and wanting to do this and finding that rival and that guy that competes. Cause like that was like my best friend to me, right? When me and my best friend, like we got together, like he's that guy that likes to fire under my ass. Like he'll talk shit to me and this and that, but I know it's out of like that goodness, like, yo, I know you could do it type shit. You know what I'm saying? So there's just a lot to relate to Vegeta. Like as I grew up, I realized that as a child, you know, you're just like, Goku's the strongest or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
When you get older, you realize that like even anime as a whole, bro, there's deep stories that you can extract and actually grow from. You know what I'm saying? Like and like Western media and like stuff like it's so like base value, bro. Like there's nothing really for you to like digest or like extract. It's just so face value, and it's just like
it's just like some dude, like,
it's, you know, so face value that people just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? But like anime is so deep that when you finally when you get that realization hits, it sticks with you because you're like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? So
like for example with me, bro, that's why I love Itachi as my character, because it's like, bro, the plot twist is just like
him.
Everybody hated him. For anybody who's watching this, I'm just gonna spoil it for you. If you haven't watched it, fuck you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna spoil it for you. Dude,
it's been like 20 years. Shut up, bro. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, if you ain't watched it, bro, you're not about to watch it.
I don't want to hear it, bro. It's been 20 years. It's like when people say I haven't watched Avengers. I don't care. Okay, it's been out. It's
been out, bro. You know what I'm saying,
bro? Tachi's cold, man. Like as a character, like to kill your whole clan, to have your only brother hate you, there's so much to him, bro. And it's like, as a guy, you can take that, yo, like the world is gonna hate you, but you just gotta keep going and do what's right no matter what, bro. Like, it doesn't matter how much the world hates you. You got to do what you think is right.
Yeah, like, and it's crazy. It's crazy because literally I couldn't say for a fact everybody changed their opinion the second Sasuke killed him and he was in that cave with who's supposed to be Toby but quote unquote Madara. Right when he got in that cave.
Yes, bro. Yeah. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Even from the moment I like seen Itachi, I liked him more than Sasuke. Because Sasuke was just like always so like I said, bro, like I know this is anime, but I didn't really grow up with the like my whole family and stuff like that. So I was just like, bitch, shut up, man. Naruto don't even got nobody. And he's happy all the time. What's wrong with you, bro? Like, boss up, man. What the fuck? Dude. It was just like, and then like, he was just like that for the whole, like, bro, the whole anime, we see Naruto just boss up. Like, just boss up, boss up, boss up. And like, Sasuke is just like,
he's just this gloomy, envious, like, I'm
like, his attitude is literally like, all right, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, whatever.
I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
You Sakura, you like me? I guess. Shut up, man. Don't piss me off.
They're
Whereas like Naruto, he gets into Hinata and he's like, you my bae, you mine. And like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like Pain like killed him. He's like, nah, you thought you. Yeah. You did not touch my girl. You did not touch my girl. And he just went off, bro.
That Pain arc was, dude. Like, you literally saw it. Just she fall, then boom,
bro. You know,
and they just
in the anime, the audio just cuts out. Everything just goes silent.
Exactly, it's crazy. It's crazy. I think what happens. I think the episode ends, and then it restarts the next episode with the same thing, and then you just hear the little heartbeat, the doom, 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 fire lights up.
So he just
comes out. I'm like,
I say this till this day, bro. Like up until like Madara, Naruto is cold, and then like Kaguya gets introduced, and I'm just like, oh man,
like
I don't really care because like
I really don't.
Because like Pain, you fleshed him out, you gave us a reason to like him, and then take him away. Madara, you fleshed him out, and like even for him being taken away, I thought it was kind of whack, bro.
The way he died was so whack, bro.
Have you ever heard of this theory where people say that like all of this Boruto and stuff, like Naruto's gonna wake up and Madara goes, so this is what you would dream about. And so the whole thing is that like everything that we've been experiencing now is actually because Madara got the infinite Tsukiyomi off. Because I think that would be cold. I think that'd be cold because this whole like Space Clan shit is kind of whack in my opinion. Like, what am I watching? One Piece? Like, at least One Piece like fleshes it out, and so everything makes sense. And they're like, okay, yeah, like people from that makes sense.
Yeah, I think the creator of the show, he kind of messed up partially. Well, not exactly messed up, but I think the reason why we don't like Boruto is just because I think sometimes. Not even sometimes. I mean, this is a fact. Madara was too fucking overpowered, bro. He was just too OP, bro. Like
no, but like Naruto was too. Like Naruto and Sasuke, when the sixth pass blessed them. Bro, these guys were. Naruto was like Magnet Rasen Shuriken, Lava Rasen Shuriken. You know what I'm saying? Like they were like it was like it was balanced. I just feel like I feel like he wanted to introduce Kaguya again for some reason, but it wasn't right.
The way he did it wasn't right, bro.
It wasn't right. There was a better way to do it. Like, pull the story back a little bit more. Maybe kind of show us how the shadow dude, Black Zetsu, tell us that Black Zetsu is actually moving like this. And I would have liked it more. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you give the viewer... This is why I think Game of Thrones is amazing as a show.
I love Game of Thrones so much,
right? Like
bro.
Game of Thrones, they gave you tidbits of information to latch onto, so that when that big final reveal happened, that tidbit information that you remember, you're like, you sneaky bastards. You've been planning it for this long. Whereas like Kaguya doesn't feel like it was planned. Kaguya feel like, oh, let me just like throw this guy here. Whereas like Madara. His whole like personality is I'm a fucking master planner and y'all are not gonna get away with shit.
Yeah, like nobody shit. I'm here. Exactly. Yeah, like he only raised Obito for him to as like almost like an external vessel or an extension to help him progress more in the world. And then I'm just like bro. And then when Kabuto did the reanimation jutsu, then it's just like. I mean, this motherfucker had an infinite chakra. I'm like, what the I'm like, this dude was just like... And then he finds some way...
Kage is like nothing, bro. They're like, it's like daycare, and he's a teacher, and he's like, yo, Everyone on timeout, get up out of here, bro. I need to go do some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
like
all of them are knocked out.
Crazy.
All of them are knocked out. Tsunadi's in half. This nigga's just walking away. But like, I'm like, dude, this guy. When I saw that, bro, I'm like, the thing I loved so much.
Cool
when
guys
came
don't
in,
look at explosions. Like I'm like thinking that this guy just walking away like, yeah. You know, like this guy's like listen to Key Glock or something, and he just pulled up. Oh, he just pulled up on everybody, bro. And he's like, yeah.
Just give him AirPods, bro. You vibing, bro.
That's why his hair's so long, bro. We don't see the AirPods in, bro. He's definitely he's listening to some demon music pulling up on people like that, bro.
Demon music straight. Like I'm talking like beginning Chief Keef, beginning 21 Savage, bro. Doesn't give a fuck.
Oh my days, bro.
Not at all, man. I love anime for that same reason. Like how you see mentioned with Game of Thrones, bro. Just those.
Well, there's a lot to. There's like, and I tell this to everybody, to be honest, because people are like, oh, why do you watch anime? Why do you like Game of Thrones? Why? I'm like, do you understand how cool it is to experience something where all of this was from one person's mind? Mm-hmm. Try to do that on your own. It is hard, right?
Hard as hell.
And then on top of that, these guys are implementing like life lessons for you to take away from it. Like with Game of Thrones, it was all about like you can't just trust everybody just out of honor and stuff. Like there was a lot to learn in Game of Thrones. There's a lot to learn in anime and stuff. And like going into like the whole learning thing, it's kind of like it's like who I just kind of grew up, raised with, like who I am type shit. So like my background, I'm North Indian, I'm Sikh, right? So I'm Sikh Punjabi. The word Sikh literally translates to student, and because the thing is because our gurus, so like the whole way my religion kind of works, it's very similar in the sense of Christianity and Islam, where like people were prophets and they spoke God's word. Kind of had the same thing. We had gurus, they spoke God's word, but they never said that they were like blessed by God specifically. They were just preaching what they felt was right. And so over time, like I'm like paraphrasing like a couple thousand years of history, but over time, you know, like the gurus kind of faded away and they left behind our book, which is called the Guru Granth Sahib, because they said, you don't always need a human to teach you or guide you. Everything you need will be in this book as long as you follow the book. And in Christianity, Islam is kind of like that too, where they say follow the holy book and it'll put you on a good path. Yep. But they preach that no human, no matter how many lifetimes he's blessed, will gain all the knowledge in the world.
Exactly.
And that's why we're called students, like because humans are students, because when we're put on this earth, there's one thing that we crave more than anything, more than money, women, it's knowledge, bro. We want to know.
We want to just know.
We want to know. And some people, that fear or that desire of knowing is so much that they can't handle it. So they'll go towards like things like weed and alcohol because they don't want to think about knowing. They want to suppress that. They don't even want, it's so subliminal, bro. So subconscious, like the way it is. So that's just how like I applied myself in everything in terms of content and stuff, bro. Like you'll have your haters. People will say, yo, this ain't good or this ain't good. But bro, like I'm listening because I want to get better. So I'm taking everything as criticism. Oh, this was too slow, or this is okay. So why was it slow? Let me go back and watch it, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
see, that's the process of learning. It's like that's how you just said some people run from it because it's like you gotta accept. Okay, I suck at this shit. Going in, I still
but you
suck.
Can get better.
This guy, you can always get better. Some people don't want to do that, bro. Some
you know what it is? There's always gonna be someone better than you out there.
Always,
like you talk to Craven and Slime, right? I consider those two guys better than me by miles, and they'll take it back and they'll be like, nah, Maj is sick. No, bro, these guys are miles ahead of me, right?
I'm trying to get like you, my boy.
Yeah, like I'm trying to get like you, my boy.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
But that's why I stay close to them. That's why I keep them as my homies because I know I can learn from these guys, bro. And it just helps that I fuck with them as guys as well too, like outside of the whole content stuff. But like, and I feel like people are too scared to surround themselves with people that are better than themselves to learn. Egos. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And like, you could take those to sports and everything, bro. Like basketball, soccer. Like, look at some of the greatest athletes of all time. They've had some pretty cool like athletes around them as well, but they're not as good as them. Why? Because sometimes some of these guys are too scared to compete with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you think Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman were able to keep up with MJ? They were scared of him, but they were scared of him because they knew that this guy had it. He had that. and they wanted it, and so they kept chasing it, and they knew that, okay, I can't just keep coming up against this guy. I'm gonna play with this guy. That's what Dennis Rodman damn near came and played with him, and they won chips for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was ready to put himself in a position where it wasn't comfortable, but he was willing to take it. You know what I'm saying? And like, a lot of people are, and with content, you have to be willing to do that.
100%,
you have to be.
100%.
Like speaking of, you were talking about like ranked, bro. I hate this game. I hate this game because like my nickname is Movement Maj, bro. Like, my whole thing is movement. I loved movement. I think movement is a skill. To be able to understand how to put yourself in a position using your movement quickly to put yourself in a better position than that guy, like, that's nuts. And doing that at a high octane, like that,
like, awful win,
skill,
bro. Like,
bro,
it takes
that skill. That is so much skill, bro.
Dude, because think about it. The thing that you got to understand when it comes to movement, right? Because a lot of people just say, oh, movement, you're just clicking a bunch of buttons. You know how crazy it is whenever you get in a gunfight? And this is the thing we're learning, right? You will try the same move like 8 times. It doesn't work every single time. And you're like, why didn't it work? Why didn't it work?
Right, maybe I need to rechild this. Maybe I need to not go at him directly. Maybe I need to pull him in a court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like do a little slide this way.
Rebirth was nuts, man. I loved Rebirth because, like I said to you, bro, I can't play Ashika solo because there's nothing for me to learn.
There's nothing for me to
if I can't move around, okay, what am I learning, bro? I'm just learning that people are holding hands. I'm just learning that the guns are killed too fast. I'm just learning that I keep dev airing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not good. And Rebirth wasn't perfect either.
It wasn't.
But there was enough of a gap for you to learn. Like, I went from Rank, I'm telling you, bro, if you talk to my homies, like my day one guys, they'll say, this guy used to suck at COD. This guy was shit. This guy was ass. I was the bum of the group. And in Rebirth, like, I swear on my mama, bro, I became ranked in Canada for it. When you went to COD Tracker and you did the like region lock and whatever, and you did Canada, you saw Majiinnj top 20 for kills and wins consistently, day in, and every week I held a top 20 rank. Man. Every week, bro. So I went from being the shittest guy in my group to being ranked in my country for the game. You know what I'm saying? And these guys played like my OGs, like they were playing Rebirth and stuff with me. They're on console. I made the switch over to PC because I wanted to get better. Like I said, I wanted to learn and get better, right? And but even then, like they would look at my clips and be like, I vividly remember this one. My homie sent my shit back, and he's like, Jay became the very thing that we hated. You know what I'm saying? Because my name is Jay, right? So like they're like, he's like, bro, he became the sweat that we hate. You know what I'm saying? But like there was enough for you to want to learn, and that game had the ability to put anybody on, bro. You could be nobody, but if you're willing to learn that game, grind it, make that content, you could be somebody.
You said it perfectly. There's nothing for you to learn. Like, past you shooting straight, there's nothing. Because like some people may say, oh, you need to rotate better, bro. Sometimes half the circle's on the ocean, bro. I'm not learning anything from that, bro. Okay, new game.
Am I Free Willy? Is it Free Willy? Am I searching for whales? What am I doing in the water, bro? What am I doing in the water? Am I searching for mermaids? Am I looking for lost treasure? No, man. I'm not playing in it, bro. Like, this is not it.
The thing I was saying, right, the theory as to like why Call of Duty might be trash is because I'm looking at this, right, because we have Warzone, right? What Call of Duty maps do they have in Al-Mazrah, for example? They have Dome, they have High Rise, they have Afghan, right? All these maps, right? So I'm thinking, okay, so they get Lil Baby and FaZe members in commercials, right? And I'm thinking, so they have that, and then they have these OG Call of Duty maps in Warzone. So I'm thinking they're just teasing us with bits and pieces of the shit that we actually want. So I'm like, because I'm thinking they already think that, oh, this fan base is on lock. They're going to keep buying these games every single year because the majority of these people want to be content creators, so they're going to buy it anyways, right? Or some people just love Call of Duty so much, so they're just going to keep buying it. And they're like, okay, this fan base is on lock. So then I'm thinking, okay, I looked at COD Mobile one day, right? I looked at COD Mobile. I'm looking at this shit, right?
We're getting robbed.
We're getting robbed. I mean, gunpoint, give me everything, don't matter. The game's free. Bro, you can download Nuketown, Summit, Slums, Standoff. You can download so many maps and the game's free.
Yo, bun the fucking like maps alone. Look at their cosmetics. Yo, their cosmetics are nuts.
Crazy.
It's an app on my phone, and you're telling me you can't rebuild this in your engine, bro?
Like, and what I was saying is, right, is like they're look because let's if we're gonna be honest, right? Between me and you, how many times a day do we spend playing phone games?
Bro, I don't. I swear on my mama, I fucking downloaded that shit and I tried to connect my controller and tried playing it because I was so fucking depressed playing Ashika.
You know
I
what I'm saying?
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I gave up, but I tried. You know what I'm saying? Like I tried.
But that's that matters though. That trying matters though. It counts as a download on an app store and a player count at one point in time. So I'm thinking, right? I'm like, they want us to at least try it. Because trying means a lot, right? That player count means a lot to them.
It means so much, bro.
So much. And on top of that, what else is on your phone? Most people who have iPhones, Apple Pay. You want to buy something? Tap like the power button twice.
Literally,
Face ID. Boom.
You can't even see it on the camera, bro. Like,
can't even see it. Boom, done. That's it. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they have all this cool shit in this game to bring people that usually don't play the fucking game. Because like how you said it, I was the same way with you. This game's dog shit. Let me at least try this. But there's gonna be somebody else who's gonna be like, huh, this is kind of cool. I love Fire Range. I love this. I love this. They got this little microtransaction. You're like, fuck it. It's on my phone. It's like $5. Who cares? I'm thinking they're like that. They want to move towards
it's true
mobile,
though, bro.
Because guess what else is on mobile? Real quick. Guess what else is on mobile? For Dansk. I'm like, they're doing this on purpose. They 100% are doing this on purpose.
Yeah. You know what it is? I might not even be on purpose type thing, but I also just feel like it's just that how many kids have phones and iPads nowadays, bro? Like I remember, like I have my elementary school that I went to is like right around the corner, right? And I'm very close to some of those teachers still, so I go back and I visit every once in a while. Bro, they tell me that like the way kids are hooked on their shit is nuts. Like, wow. I don't know how it was for you in gym class. Like when your gym teacher blew that whistle, bro, my ass is on the ground. I'm terrified. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what this guy's gonna do. My teacher told me, bro, he like they just don't listen. Like they just don't give a fuck, bro. What? They just don't. And so they're so glued to their iPads, bro. Sick. Thanks. Anyways,
that thing just fell randomly. I'm like, yo.
I have to get better double-sided tape to put my panels up, bro. Side note, hey, yo, the little plug. If you guys are interested in getting like this shit, it's sick. But you guys need like Gorilla Glue this shit to your walls, okay? Because like you see all these panels like keep falling off, dog. Like I'll be like sleeping. And one of them just falls off, and like if it was anybody else, they'd be like, "Oh my god, is there someone in here?" I'm like, "Fuck this, bro. We're back to sleep."
He just gets up, looks around, panel fall off.
Yeah. But like, yo, but back to the point I was trying to make though. Like, there's so many people on their phones. Like, so many kids are on their phones, bro. Like, I work at Nike as a retail employee, right? And these kids, they come in and they're just like in their strollers, like that. Like they're glued.
It's sick, bro.
And so as they get older, their parents might not want to get them a PlayStation, whatever, but they can play COD on their phone. And their favorite Call of Duty creators, they see all of like Nick Merckx and all these guys playing Verdansk, and they're like, "Well, I can't play it on PlayStation, but I can play it now on my phone." You know what I mean? So it's just grabbing that next market.
That's what I'm.
And everyone and these kids obviously have Twitter and TikTok, and so they'll be scrolling and they see that the game's the shit, the game is shit. But then they play COD Mobile and they're just having a blast. So they have that on lock. And the other thing that I like to build on your point, I also believe that they're just doing the bare minimum so they can get this sale to Microsoft.
Exactly. We're just metrics at the end of the day. Just get the bare minimum, carry on with life.
Because when it comes to business, like even when it comes to content, right? Like when you're trying to get a contract and stuff, yo, they don't look at the likes to view ratio. Like, do people actually like your content? It's just have people seen it. That's it. That's the only metric they care about. Like when it comes to getting TikTok like sponsors and stuff, like bro, Call of Duty, if COD wants to like pay a COD like somebody to do a COD mobile like fucking TikTok ad, right? They'll pay them like 10 G's to do it. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that video got like 100 likes. Bro, that video itself could get 600 views. And the guy's next like normal Warzone video will have like 100, like, you know, his regular couple thousand, like 100K, whatever. Even if the advert does shit, they don't care because the advert exists on a platform that gets millions and millions of views. So even if people don't like it or whatever, when you find a new creator on TikTok, what do? You scroll through their profile and you'll see it and it'll sit in the back of your mind. and it'll register. This is just how advertising works. This is how consumer marketing works. Is that you don't want it right away. It's like a Stream Deck, right? Like I knew I didn't need a Stream Deck.
Yeah.
But I just kept thinking about it, and I kept seeing it everywhere. And I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'll get a Stream Deck. Same thing with the Go XLR. I don't need it. But I kept seeing it everywhere. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just how consumer marketing works, bro. And like, I'm not saying you have to be woke. I'm not gonna get into that whole nonsense of, oh, you gotta be woke. Like, you do have to be a little bit, like, now I'm being way more cognizant when I'm on COD. I see things that I want to buy, but then I think back, I'm like, wait, bro, I fucking hate this shit, and I'm not giving them my money for this game. I'll gladly give Call of Duty my money if it's a good COD, but this COD is not good, so I refuse to buy anything. This battle pass was actually kind of cool. You know, you had like the cool samurai fit. Nope, not buying it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not buying it, bro.
I think literally collectively over the past, I'd say 4 Call of Duties, I think I've spent like $50 in microtransactions in total.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Warzone 1, I blew a bag. Like I bought shit.
I bought shit too. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
But the thing is like you know, I'm an editor and stuff. So sometimes they will come out with really cool, like, you know, like this emote where you could run around and do this, and you could, and like those are, so you could implement those into your edits, and it could be really cool, right? But you know who did that? Treyarch. Those bundles were all Treyarch. Any of the really cool like. And I keep saying this, bro. Treyarch needs to be the only studio making COD from now on.
Those are only guys with souls. Only guys.
It's clear to me that Sledgehammer is still new, and I'll give them that they try to implement this new stuff, and then when it doesn't work, they'll actually revert it back. They do.
I'll give them that they're the first timers for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like first for advanced movement and for World War II games.
Yeah. But Infinity Ward is not the same Infinity Ward that we knew as kids. It's a new base. It's a new like whole dev team. Everything is new, right? And it's clear that these guys suck at their own game. That's why they make it bad. Jack O'Hara, I'm calling you out. You're on Twitter. You suck. You suck, brother.
Straight direct shots.
For you to remove movement, yo, bro.
It's like,
oh my days, man!
I literally said it, bro. The whole studio was like,
it's like telling MJ he's not allowed to dunk in a game.
Yeah, you can't dunk anymore, man. The rims are made of fragile material.
Whoa! 3-point line! Don't you dare shoot that ball!
They let that boy do his thing. They love
you would never. You would never tell an athlete they're not allowed to do something, bar it like borderline, like it hurts somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's like MMA, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't like do steroids and stuff like that. It's like cheating with aimbot, whatever. But you would never tell a submission artist he's not allowed to do a triangle choke, or he's not allowed to go for an armbar.
Exactly.
So why are you telling us players that we can't just move like extremely, like if to get out of gunfights and stuff? It's an arcade shooter. Like I don't want realism. If I wanted realism, I'd go to a gun range, or I'd freaking play like a simulation shooter.
Like I enlist, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want to play a game right now, bro.
What are you playing right now in Modern Warfare 2 strictly? What do you really like? If you were to hop on right now, what are you hopping on?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Since I'm not streaming, I'm hopping on ranked play. I'm just gonna be honest.
And who did rank play?
Treyarch. They did the ranks. They did the way the ranks look. You know what I'm saying? The ranking system. Which by the way, I wanna make a small complaint. Okay, I wanna make a small. complaint.
Because this is what we were talking about right before the podcast. For anybody
this is what we were talking about, right? So this is the thing that I genuinely do not understand, right? I get that people just aren't good at Call of Duty. I get it. Yeah. But see, back in our time when we were bad at Call of Duty, what did we have to do? You have to play the game. Yeah, you have to sacrifice touching grass, and maybe some days you're in the crib for a little too long, but then after a while you got good. So that
man, I was in the stew trying to learn what to do. Like that's
exactly, bro.
That's it, bro.
Nah, you're good. Trying to learn what to do, but
man.
Now it's like in ranked play, because ranked play this feature, which I'm not blaming Treyarch for this at all. It's to the point where it's like you can't even see the kill cams half the time because you have to respawn again, right? So guess what? Guess what people are taking advantage of? People are hacking their asses off, and it's to the point, bro. Where it's like if you're at a certain rank, bro. If you're at a certain rank, like my boy, I know some people who are crimson and iridescent. They literally tell me half the people are hackers, and you know what's crazy about them hacking? When people used to hack on Rebirth, they used to kind of hide it. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of, you know what I'm saying?
It was like soft aimbot.
Soft aim.
soft aim, maybe not wall hacks, but soft aim and stuff. Like there was a point of time where people just didn't give a fuck and it was just blatant.
That's how it is now, bro.
Anyone that was trying to like really make a name for themselves and they knew they couldn't be good at COD, they were using some of that soft shit. You know what I mean? Where it's like soft aim, where it kind of like it'll gradually, it'll just kind of be stuck on the body. Whereas like you would aim normally and get to the guy, but once you get to the guy, it would just kind of stuck there.
Be stick to him, right? But now bro,
it's bad because we have paper wall thins, so you can shoot through everything. You move like a freaking snail, so I can't even avoid anything. On top of that, spawn systems suck. So if you get fortress control and you're attacking, well, it sucks, brother. The fact that I watched a CDL game, Call of Duty League, $25 million per fucking team that these guys pay. And there was a rank match between Boston Breach. I can't remember who they were playing, but Boston literally did not attack on attack fortress because they're up on kills. Because if they started attacking, they would have gotten spawn trapped and lost lives, and then they would have been fucked because then they would have to attack again.
That's literally how it is. You can't attack.
They just stayed up on lives, didn't attack. It went into overtime. They got defense, spawn trapped them, won the game. Your fucking competitive league doesn't work.
I'm like, bro, you know what I've said? I've come to the full conclusion, right? Because it used to make me so mad sometimes. I used to get so mad, but I'm just like, you know what? This lets me live at peace with this. They don't run tests on these maps with pro players or people with fucking thumbs. Because if they did, in their quote-unquote 3 years of creating the most advanced Call of Duty yet, remember the most advanced Call of Duty yet? If they went through this, they would have known that this just does not fucking work.
How the fuck do you guys consider this more advanced than BO3 and AW? What? In what world is this more advanced? In what world where there's a gun animation where literally someone will like reload something, right? And they're like,
yeah, they're literally like, exactly. Bro, hey, I'm telling you right now, bro.
Stupidity, bro. That's what I'm saying. Leaf, bro. Don't get me cheesed. I'm about to go super Toronto in this podcast. Everyone's be like, yo, what is he even saying?
Yo,
when I say cheesed, bro, I'm mad. I'm pissed. That's what that means. So if I'm saying I'm fucking cheesed, I'm mad. And this game, like, bro, I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I'm playing a card game on stream and I have more fun. There's even the problem with the content creators and the view botting. Like view botting and you know what I mean? Like, bro, I'll talk about that. It's crazy. Talk about that, It's crazy because one particular person that everyone in the community knows.
I think I know.
He makes his side logic. Yeah, like, bro, you make it so obvious. You ban anybody that even mentions. Someone can just say and be like, hey, like someone did such a like really like just general like, hey, is everybody like lurking? What's going on? Like, why? Or did he just leave? Like, how come no one's chatting? He banned them. Anybody that mentions why the chat isn't active, he bans them. I remember I left the stream on and I told a bunch of my homies like, yo, go to the stream and just mention it, and I want to just like watch the chat. Ban. I watch big content creators, people that got like 10K followers on Twitter. Whoa. Go to his Twitch chat. They come in the chat, mention it, ban.
Wow.
So it's like, come on, bro.
There was even a whole scandal about, you know what I'm saying?
You're
like
literally screaming. You're screaming. Give me attention. Bro, just earn it. Like all of us are trying to do.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying? Like
it's already been
just cut your fucking losses. Like sometimes people just need to understand that it's just not meant for you, bro. You know, like I don't think content creation is completely meant for me. Mind you, I've only just started. Like I've been in it like a year and a half, 2 years. I used to do videos and stuff in high school, but nothing like that, right? So, but like I'm more like rotating into the whole like being behind the scenes, like doing the editing. I love that stuff.
Definitely dive into that too as well.
Yeah, but like for me, like I do the content stuff just because it's a challenge. I like to challenge myself. And it's a challenge, as anybody that's listening to this podcast can tell, I'm a vocal ass dude. So I feel like my opinions, like I'm gonna just keep it straight with everyone. And I know in today's day and age, people just want to hear it straight. And I'm gonna just keep it straight. Like this game sucks, and there's no reason for anybody that works freaking 8 hours a day to come home and try to be frustrated on this game. I can just think about it like for me, like my mom's a single mom, if I was a young kid like 10 and I really wanted to play COD and I bought this and this shit sucked, bro, I'd be miserable. I would feel like a shit son for asking my mom for such a shit game. Two, my mom would probably fucking beat the shit out of me for not even seeing me play it, because she's gonna be like, why the fuck aren't you playing this shit? I just bought, it's just my money. And what am I gonna say? It sucks, mom. And then she's gonna beat my ass. So one, I hate the game, man. I'm gonna get my ass beat. So what the fuck? So then now,
it's a lose-lose situation.
I got my ass beat, and I'm mad that I got my ass beat about a game that I don't even like.
That's the biggest lose-lose situation, bro. It's crazy, dude.
Everything about this game is just a loss.
It is, bro.
Mentally, physically, emotionally, you're just losing,
everything,
bro.
I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, you lose 100%, bro. I wanted to dive in because I remember, like I said, you said you had, you say you're doing more things on as far as like behind the scenes, as far as like video editing and stuff like that. What exactly did you start with like video editing, if you can remember?
So I always grew up watching like AMVs because when I was young, like I started watching anime when I was like 5, bro. Because I grew up, I was born here in Canada. My mom sent me to India when like my parents split up. I personally don't really know my dad that well. So my mom wanted, like, just due to legal reasons, I wouldn't have been able to see my family as often as I wanted to. So my mom sent us to India for a little while so that I would at least know my family. And so I went to school there for a little while. And so in India, I was learning Hindi and Punjabi. Like, I'm trying to learn 2 languages at once. And then I knew that eventually I'd have to come back to Canada, so I was trying to learn English. Imagine being 5 years old trying to keep up with 3 languages. It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Anime was that one thing that helped me learn English. It was really easy. Watching Dragon Ball Z and learning English from them was really, really easy. So when I came here to Canada, I didn't really like normal cartoons as much. I liked anime more because in India, like, the anime influence was crazy. Like Pokemon, Dragon Ball, like all, like One Piece, all that shit was like rampant there, bro. Like Western cartoons didn't really have a space there. It was anime ran that shit. So when I came over here to Canada, we would have those run at night, and I would watch those to learn English and stuff like that.
That's fire. That's fire.
So I always just stuck with anime. And I always watch like AMVs growing up. I'm like, oh, this shit's so cool. I wish I
love AMVs so much, bro.
It's amazing what people can do, man. It's amazing. Like, I any respect to anybody that does that. But I never had the equipment to do it, right? And like I said, coming from a single parent, I didn't have the heart to ask my mom for all this type of stuff. I just kind of accepted, like, these are my circumstances, and I'm just kind of make it work. And I always just had it to the best of my abilities. And like, as a child, I was always like, once I get my money, bro, like I'm just gonna get what I want, and I'm gonna try to do what I want. But for now, I'm just gonna hug it. Like, I'm just gonna hug it. I was never that kid that just kind of complained. I was just like, I'm just gonna hug it and just try to, like, you know, once I get my money, bro, I'll do what I want to do. So like around high school, I was in like a lot of the tech courses. So I would do, like, you know, like soldering, woodwork, all that type of stuff. I really like to learn in terms of like with my hands and stuff. I don't struggle with essays and everything either. Like, I used to like that stuff too. It really depends on how good of your teacher you have. In terms of if you're gonna like that subject or not. Like, one year I would have an amazing English teacher, and next year she would be shit. So you know what I mean? Like, I never struggled with English. I loved it, but whether or not I excelled depend on the teacher. If I didn't like you, fuck. It was like my way of rebelling. I was like, fuck you. Because the teachers knew that I was good at it, right? The teachers knew that. They'd be like, why don't you apply myself? I was like, fuck you.
I hate hearing, why don't you apply yourself some more, dude? I don't want to.
It's not even like I don't want you. It's just like, you suck at teaching, to be honest. Like, and bro. I don't find you entertaining. So
this is the thing, bro. When it comes to like certain classes,
your opinion on my academic level means nothing to me.
Nothing. Don't matter.
Because I know that I have even just a base amount of intelligence. I know I have it. So,
exactly.
You know
like, I knew somebody, bro. Like, he was smart as fuck. I mean, so smart. When he articulates himself, or when he explains something, or when he tries to like teach you about something, it's like, this motherfucker's like damn near a teacher. No ums, no likes, none of that stuff. He's just keeps it going, keeps flowing. It's like his brain's just a machine. But in classes,
my friends say that about me. They're like, why do you just know so much shit? And I'm like, I have a fear of being stupid.
I do too, 100%. Like, it's crazy it sounds. Like, yeah.
And I don't know if it's like because I'm brown. I don't know if you felt it like that. Like, just being a person of color, you already got so much shit where people are already giving you shit for being different.
On top of that, I'm Nigerian, so yeah.
I'm not gonna let you make me feel stupid.
On top of that, bro. Yeah.
Fuck you. I get it. I'm brown. I get it. Whatever. You might not like me because I'm brown. Fuck you. But I'm definitely gonna be smarter than you. That's for damn sure. All right. Yeah. And so, like, I just like to know things. You know what I mean? Like, I hate asking for help. I hate like bothering people. I hate doing. I just like even like hitting up an editor. Like, this is back to the whole editing thing. Like, I just don't want to hit nobody up. I just wanted to do it myself. So yeah, like back in high school, I used to do all those type of courses, and I did like photography. And one vivid project I remember, we had to go record the dance group at our school and make a video that tells a story. And I did the recording and everything like that, and I recorded everything. I brought it to class, whatever, and we had like 2 weeks to do this, put the video together, bro. 2 weeks, I fucked around so much, bro. And then it hit me. Fuck, this video is due. So last minute, Final Cut Pro, I start cooking shit up. I don't even care for the mark, to be honest, because everything else I kind of killed it. So I was like, whatever, this was bad, calm. Sent it in, a couple of weeks go by, and my stupid ass got suspended for smoking weed at school. All I'm gonna say is to any kid that does listen to this, I get it, it's cool. I mean, I've been doing it on the podcast like once in a while, whatever. Don't do it when you're young, man. Like, as someone that did it as you, don't do it. When you're older, like when you're in your mid-20s or whatever, you kind of understand, you have a grasp of life, like how money works and everything, bro. Like, and just kind of understand yourself, bro. I didn't understand myself as a kid then to be smoking weed, bro, because that shit just clouds your mind even more. So when you're trying to figure out who you are and you do that, it doesn't help.
But, you know what's crazy? A crazy point about that, right? Because every person I've known, well, not every person, other than like two, because they're funny as fuck. They're cool as fuck though. But everybody except for two people, I've asked them straight up. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I know they smoke and stuff like that, but I asked them straight up. I'm like, yo, if you could go back in time to when you were about to smoke a blunt for the first time, would you not do it? You wouldn't. Everybody says that. They're like, I wouldn't do it. I promise you I wouldn't do it. Like my boy Pro, who's a streamer, he literally said, he's like, bro, it's like, because it gets to the point where it's like you're doing it and it's fucking everything up, right? But it's worse to stop doing it than to keep doing it sometimes.
It's not that it's worse for me, bro. It's more or less, so I have a lot of like social anxiety. I don't like I like to be vocal about this stuff because I went through my own bullshit for too long, and I like to be vocal about it because if there is someone that's listening and going through it, I want my voice to hear you and say that shit will get better as long as you're willing to work on yourself.
Exactly.
But like, just due to like a lot of circumstances, I found that like it helped mellow me out. I'm very hyperactive in the sense that like, bro, I'll get angry very quick. Like not like physically angry while I'll beat you up, but like if we're having an argument and we're like, and it's very personal, it's like, you know, serious and stuff. I'm gonna get angry, right? I'm gonna get angry, and I know I get angry. So what I do is I say, yo, like, let me leave the room, let me cool down. I don't want to say something I'm gonna regret, this and that. You know what I mean? Like, I have this even with my own moms, bro. Like, where we kind of get in a yelling match, and like literally, I kid you not, bro. 5 minutes later, I will call her and I say, "I'm so sorry for yelling at. I hate yelling at you. My mom, so I love you, bro." And she says it back. She's like, "I'm sorry." Like, we get into it with each other, type shit. Like, she knows she does it. I know I do it. It's a fucked up cycle, but we know to at least apologize, understand, like that type of shit. It kind of chills me out in that sense, where like I make problems bigger than they'd seem. Right. And so it kind of helps me realize it's not that big of a deal. Is it an answer to everything? No, it's not. Should it be my answer to this? No, it shouldn't. But like, with how pandemic was, I used to be a super active dude. I was in the gym all the time. I played soccer. Like, I religiously played soccer before content caught and everything. I lived, breathed everything soccer. Like, I used to be active, bro. Like, it was nuts. And with pandemic, it threw me out of whack. And now I'm actually about to start a project where it's holding myself like 30 days accountable. This fucking snowstorm kind of fucked it up. Right? I was supposed to go to the gym and everything since like yesterday and stuff, but The snow, but it's just it's literally been fucking me up, bro. Because I'm not gonna get stuck at the gym and like trying to get out, just you know what I mean. So, yeah, bro. But anyways, like I'm gonna be started recording like myself like playing soccer. Like I bought the equipment to start doing that.
I love that.
All that type of stuff, and I think everyone should do it, man. Like there is a balance. You can smoke weed and have that lifestyle. I don't have that balance yet, and I'm aching for that balance. So I'm working towards it, where I can do it, and I still have such an amazing productive life where it's not a hindrance. It can become a hindrance, and like I'm lucky enough where I'm realizing it, but some people just don't even want to realize it, bro, because it's such an answer to them, and I don't. Yeah. I hate having things be an answer. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to be able to figure it out.
Yeah. So, especially when you know somewhere in the back of your head, you're like, bro, I know this is not the answer, but it's like, it's kind of working as a temporary solution, almost as a
But for me, it's like the lesser of evils. Like, I could be drinking my life away. I could be doing this. I could be doing that. Like, literally not the worst thing in the world. It doesn't make me a shittier person. Like, often enough, people end up liking me more because I'm a little bit more big, because I'm like more chill, more, you know what I mean? So it doesn't make me a worse human being. Like if I would drink and stuff, bro, I'd probably feel like shit. I know I'd be treating people like shit, and like every other drug, I just don't consider ever. None of those drugs are ever an answer. Drugs, period, just aren't an answer. But I believe in moderation, and I believe everyone has their vice. Like even
everyone has their vice.
Even going to the gym too much is bad for you. You know what I mean? You're not letting your body rest. You're literally killing your body from the inside out because you're not letting your body rest and stuff.
That's me. Like going to the gym.
Even going to the gym, I know because I fucking fucked up my back doing that. I was just going too much and I fucked up my back. You know what I mean? So there's a moderation, there's a vice in everything. Yeah. It's whether or not are you willing to let that vice take control of you. You know, like people can socially drink and stuff like that, and it's fine. People can socially smoke and it's fine. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, back to the point that we were talking about editing and stuff. But yeah, so I got caught and whatever, and suspended for 3 days. My mom fucking beat the shit out of me, bro. Damn. That's a beating I'll never forget.
It's that one beating from your parents you never forget, bro.
I'm gonna make sure my kids get that beating so they won't forget the beating grandma gave me. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, hold on, wait. Sorry to go off topic, bro. Like, cause I used to work, cause you know how you work at
Nike.
You work at Nike. You currently work at Nike. Yeah. Okay, so you work at a Nike store and you'll see kids just on their phone, just 24/7 glued to it. I used to work at an Old Navy, bro. It would be, I kid you not, I swear to God, this parent, I guess her sister and like two of her other kids, they're shopping and stuff. One of the kids is crying, right? Like tapping the mom, crying. The mom didn't say anything, right? Nothing. The kid lies.
Kid, dude, bro, that shit pisses me off.
And then the kid is on their back, kicking their feet back and forth, crying. I'm like, this is not real. And I'm like, and I remember I was checking out a lady in front of me, right? And I'm like, I'm like, that's crazy. I literally just straight up just, I'm like, that's crazy. And she literally said, the lady in front of me literally said, that's what you got to do sometimes. I'm like, huh? I'm like, huh? Let them cry, bro.
I get what they say because you're not supposed to entertain them, but like, nah, bro. Yeah. In that situation, I must tell my kid, I'm like, you can keep crying. Keep crying. It's not gonna work. It's not the way to solve things.
It makes everything worse once you get home.
You crying and repeatedly crying is just gonna make me more mad, and you're not gonna like me mad. Exactly. Nobody likes anybody mad. Nobody. So let's chill the hell out. What's the issue?
Exactly.
Treat your kids like fucking humans, bro.
Exactly, bro.
It's your damn kid. Like, you can, if you're not willing to explain the situation to them, I promise you, nobody else is. And so when that kid later on in life is fucked or in a fucked situation, no one's gonna give a fuck. Why? Because you never gave a fuck to begin with.
That's what I'd be saying. Like that thing you just said, because it gets to a certain point of age where it's like, bro, I'm no longer giving you excuses. You're like 20 something.
Why should the kids' teachers be so fucking like ready to like discipline this kid, but you aren't? Why is it their problem to discipline the kid?
Exactly.
Because they're at school. Your kid should be ready to go to school, bro. Like, your kid should know that when he's at school, like there's a way to act and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
There's simple etiquette when you're in certain places, you know what I'm saying?
There's just an issue nowadays, period, bro, where like people just like manners is just a big thing. Like,
it's just
manners and professionalism. Bro. Like, and it's like it's a problem with our community that we're in right now, right? Like, if you hit somebody up to do work, there's no professionalism. There's no professionalism in the way the people speak on Twitter. No one is making you a role model. No one is saying that you have to be a role model, but that doesn't mean you can just nonsensically just freaking talk about shit. That it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? If you want to put yourself in the limelight, there's responsibilities. And it's the same way of like, if I'm going out and I'm getting shit-faced drunk, there's responsibilities with that. And I'm going to have to deal with it.
Exactly, bro.
Like, there's responsibilities to everything, every single thing. Life is not fair. When people understand, God didn't make world thinking, oh, I better make shit equitable. Everything better be equitable.
I better make shit fair,
you
bro.
Better get a piece. You better get a piece. What is your Oprah? No, man, shit's unfair. All right, shit is really unfair. You know what I mean? Like for me and you in particular, we can't just go get drunk and just be like grabbing up a whole bunch of girls just because we're guys. No, that is not acceptable to do that whatsoever. And like there are acceptable ways to talk and speak and act. And people just need to understand that, right? And nobody does, right? Yeah. And it's the same thing with kids. Kids, to an extent, if your parents aren't ready to tell you, hey, this is how you need to act, and hey, keep your hands to yourself and things like that, then nobody else will.
Yeah,
right?
and I feel like I'm just gonna sound fucked up, but I'm gonna say this. I don't feel like some of y'all need children. Like, cause I'm looking.
I see it all the time, bro.
I see it all the time. Like, bro,
it's like all the time, bro. I see them in the store, and I'll be like, damn, you shouldn't have had kids. You are not ready to have kids.
Man, I'm gonna.
That's your offspring. That's your spawn. Crazy.
Should have wore a condom. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say
sometimes,
it.
Sometimes I look at the kid. I'm like, that kid's fucked.
I'm thinking sometimes. I'm like, you know, you ever look at this? You ever look at a kid just being? And I'm like, imagine you had my mom for a moment.
Bro, man. These kids would not survive.
Y'all would not survive.
They would not survive, bro.
Y'all be calling the police, all this other shit. I'm like,
but I guess that's what makes us. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's why when we want some shit, we'll be able to get it because our parents like taught us and like kind of instilled that thought of like, yo, you want some shit, you gotta go and take it
every single time.
You gotta go and take it, bro. And like just us being people of color, like we really gotta go take it. No one's gonna give us a piece of nothing, bro. Nothing. Like and I'm blessed to say this, that I grew up in Toronto. It's super, super multicultural, super diverse. I got to experience every type of culture and I'm blessed for it. Right. And from each culture, bro, I've able to take like such a great quality from everybody. And one thing I've learned is that every person of color, bro, they work hard as fuck when it comes to like when they want some shit for their kids. Exactly. And that's a quality that I'm gonna keep, and that's a quality I try to portray to anybody, regardless if you're a person of color or not, because it's like I was able to extract this information, and I want everyone to be like this. Yo, you want something, you better go and take it. Don't ask for it. You take that shit. Respectfully, obviously, certain things you can't just take.
Yeah,
but,
not no take, but take.
Yeah, you know, like take.
So it's a fine line between what we were talking about here.
Yeah, but like in the sense of like with this content creation stuff, I'm not gonna just beg everyone for a position. No, I'm gonna take my position in terms of being known as an editor and things like that, right? But getting back to that story, essentially, I got caught for smoking weed and stuff like that, and it was really stupid. But that video I made actually ended up getting nominated for the art award. Wow! And I didn't even know, right? And the teacher, she looks at me and she's like, "This was amazing." Like, so she tells me all this like a little bit right before I actually started like got suspended. But she like the teacher loved it, this and that, and I didn't think anything of it because back like in 2017 was when I graduated school. I knew about YouTubers and stuff, but I thought it was really like niche. Like I thought it was kind of like you had to be put on type thing with YouTube. I didn't know that anybody could do it with YouTube, to be honest, right? Like I grew up watching Sidemen and stuff, and they kind of put each other on. That's how I thought it was. So I never really took like that creative. I never like took it seriously, right? And so she nominated me for the art award. They showed it like at an assembly, and everybody loved it and stuff like that. I wish I still had the video, but from there, like I realized that I could do this type of stuff, right? And then she like once it was really funny. I got suspended for like smoking weed and stuff. That teacher, she came into the office. She looks at me, bro. She goes, anybody comes in that's not your parent, you don't say anything. You don't say why you did it. You don't do nothing. You don't tell them that I said this to you. And she was bad as fuck to Loki, dude. So I was like, you're bad as fuck, and you know what I mean, looking out for me. But yeah, and then she then nominated me for the Principals Award. And I just found the irony in that, like, got suspended for smoking weed, and I got nominated for a Principals Award. And my mom even said that too. She was like, didn't you just like you just got suspended for smoking weed and they're putting up for a principal's award. What school do you go to?
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Anything's possible when you're a G, mom. What are you talking about?
Exactly,
no, I'm kidding. But from there, like, I knew I always had that ability to do like videos and stuff like that. I just never took it incredibly seriously. And then like one summer, like I said with soccer, I grew up watching a lot of soccer YouTube. So like they would do like the top 5 free kicks of the week. They would get like the whole community and stuff. And so I was trying to record myself do free kicks. And I tried to make a video on that, put that up on YouTube. I didn't do that. Actually, no, I had like 300-400 views, which is kind of crazy because I had no traction, whatever. But I didn't take it that serious. And then like university came by. And at that point, I had pretty much given up everything. I didn't really do editing and stuff like that because I was working a lot. I'd taken a year off of school to go back to high school so I could like figure out what I wanted to do. I thought I wanted to go into political science and be a lawyer and stuff like that. Fuck no. Not it for me.
Professors are crazy.
But this is like a story. This is like a lesson. Anybody, like, that first thing that you try, you might not want to do it, to be honest. You know what I mean? And don't be scared to talk to your parents and say, hey, this isn't for me, right? Because it's a morbid thing to say. Your parents aren't going to be around for all your life. So when they're gone and you're stuck in this position, like, who are you pleasing then? Right? Like, make sure you do what you want to do for yourself, right? Because if you then succeed in what you want to do for yourself, your parents will be happy because they see success.
All they care about is success at the end of the day.
Success, right? Like they just don't want you to like fail, right? And like and it's valid, but I was in school for it, and like I remember I was like done a major essay and stuff like that, and like I was at uni, I was like living alone, right? I was just bored, bro. I know it's a snowstorm. Bored, bro. I'm just fucking like dead bored. Didn't have anything to do, so like go outside, smoke a bowl. I started watching some AMVs, and I'm like, yo, I know I could do this. I know I could do this. So I made one, and it was actually kind of tough. Like it was actually kind of cool, right? And then after that, after the AMV, didn't really think about it. Pandemic hit. I was playing COD like all the fucking time. I was like really good at Fortnite and stuff too. I didn't make videos or anything, but I was getting good at gaming again because, like I said before, I had the money, so I started building a setup and got a PlayStation and all that. And then when the pandemic hit, I just really was getting disconnected with school, bro. Like I hated learning the way school was making you learn.
I hated online school so much. It's like I'm so out of it, bro. I'm so out of it.
And so just to like kill my free time, I was like, bro, I'm playing COD so much. I might as well stream. Might as well try to make some videos. And one specific guy, shout out to the homie, it's Tazimi, the homie here in Canada. You know him.
Everybody, dude, it's that one clip, bro. It's that one clip where he was, what was it, bottom control center, and I forgot what. I forgot
on House of Hoops. AD liked it, bro. So
nuts, bro.
Him being Canadian and he's Afghan and everything too. So like my culture with African culture is actually very similar. But like I found his video and I was like, bro, I want to learn how to do this type of shit. I wanted to learn how to. I got hooked and I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, doing it and doing it, and then New Year's hit. And there's a specific edit that he did where he took Sherlock Holmes, where he does the whole breakdown of how he's boxing and how he does, where he's going to do damage here and this and there. He takes that audio and he puts it over a Warzone clip. And I fell in love because like, I love subliminal shit. Like I love shit that got levels. And his shit had levels to it. You know what I mean? And when I seen that, I was like, when I figure out how he does all this shit, I'm gonna try to do this.
Exactly.
I'm gonna try to remake this. Obviously, give him his credit and stuff. I'm never someone that will never give their credit, but I want to replicate this. So New Year's hit, and I did. I replicated it on a clip of my own. Tagged him. I'm like, Happy New Year's. This is like New Year's, new kind of corny New Year, new me type shit. Where I was like, yo, like I'm coming different as an editor. I tagged him. He replied. He liked it. I was like, oh, whoa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he followed me on Twitter. And then a couple months go by and he fucking raided me on Twitch.
What?
And I was on like a 20+ bomb. And I choked it, but he stuck by for the whole game and he just like was gassing me up. And he's a really, really fucking cool guy, bro. Like anybody that's like, if you guys love that creative stuff, man, check out Azimi. He doesn't stream and stuff anymore because he's just like me in the sense that he doesn't like the game. He was a movement guy, obviously, that you know that.
Yeah.
He was a slow-mo movement guy. And so like at a certain point, bro, like me and him kind of became homies in that sense where like I would come by the chat and you could do like exclamation mark Majiinnj and it says bunk guy. You know what I mean? Like, we could joke around with each other, talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could hit him up and like show him some videos. Like, he followed me everywhere, and that was like a big one for me because I was like, it was kind of like a goal. I'm like, I want to get his fault. Like, I want him to like recognize me and know me, type shit. And I got that. And then after that, it was Stony Stark. That was the next one. Like, I had like a few lists of people that I just always watched. You know what I mean? So like, shout out to these guys, Danny Salva, like. Azimi, Stony, like these guys were just different, right, bro? And like to now, like now in this day and point, bro, like I talk to all these guys, like all these guys followed me back, you know what I mean? And that's when it started to click. I'm like, bro, I wanted these people to recognize me, know me, get their follows and stuff, and it's working. Yeah, and it just keeps working. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the biggest ones I hit for me was I got in a game with Mutex and I shot my shot because I was like, I don't give a fuck. If you say no, you say no. I don't care. What am I gonna do? Go cry in my bed? I'm a grown ass man. He said no. So I was like, hey, Mutex, like I'm like, because he grew up in Mississauga and stuff too. So I was like, yo, like I'm a local like small Toronto creator, like editor, like do you like Naruto? And he's like, I love Naruto. And I'm like, I'm 100% sure that you're gonna love this Naruto edit. Can I tweet it at you? Can I show you? And he's like, yeah. Send it to me. I'll pull it up on stream. I didn't even want him to pull it up on stream. I just wanted him to see it. Because I don't care for clout like that where people watch it on the stream. I just want you to see it, right? I can show you the video like after like the podcast is done and everything, bro. Bro, he lost his fucking mind. Like this guy was like eating his mic, made his girl watch it, right? Yeah. And like, bro, I've known about Mutex since Ghost. Like, I know this guy. Like, he was a pro. He's been in the CDL for a long. Like, I know COD, bro. When it comes to like OG COD creators, snipers, like the way I know everything. So when I got hit, like I was like, that blew me off the moon. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he liked it. And like slowly, bro, I just kept getting more bigger content creators. I got Optic Sabass to see one of my clips. I got in a game with him. We fucking won the game. He saw my clip. He watched it on stream too. He loved it. And then, you know, a few months later, he followed me and I lost it because I was like, I'm an Optic Greenwall fan, bro. Like, I will spray paint my face green. I love Optic. So to get like the Warzone creator for Optic to come, like I fuck with Sabass because he was also playing games with Chicharito, which is a huge soccer player. Like this guy played for Real Madrid, won Champions League, like massive player. He's played in the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? So like, he followed me back, and like I'll go to his streams, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's insane. It's insane. Like when you get that recognition, bro, it's literally like a high. You just want to keep.
It's a high, bro. You want to keep going, bro.
For it. And because it's like, it's not even like people are like, oh yeah, it was cool. Like these guys are like, yo, this shit's tough. Like this shit is good. Like you can see that they like it. You can see that they like it versus them just saying something nice.
Because like, yeah, man, it's cool, man. Hey, keep up the work now. But now it's like, oh, bro, what the fuck is this guy doing, bro?
And then like right around like Ashika, when Warzone 2 came out, I was actually contemplating like chalking this whole shit up, bro. I was like, I'm done. Don't want to do this. Like, game's shit. You know what I mean? And Craven got in a call with me, and he was like, bro, like, just do one more last video, and like, just give it your all. And if it doesn't come out how you want, or it doesn't get the traction you want, whatever, then chalk it. But at least give it one more shot. And I'm like, all right, fine.
That'd be great.
So I made Biffle a video with his Warzone 1 clips, and he retweeted it, liked it, Repulse saw it, Ghost Knight saw it, Omit, the org liked it, bro. Everybody saw it. Like it got over 100K impressions. And I was blown back. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And I went to Repulse's chat, right, like a couple of days later, and I'm like, hey, like, what's goody? This guy just gave me like one of the most motivational talks ever. He was like, the fact that you were able to make that shit, no one hit you up, no Biffle didn't hit you up, he didn't give you a vision, anything, and you made something like that and it banged, that's how you get a job in this industry. That's how you get some shit. And I was like, what the fuck? Hearing someone that's partnered with Call of Duty say that to you, where he said this is how you get a job in the industry, it's like, like, fuck, should I just go for this? Like, is this? And then that's when it clicked. I'm like, yo, this is meant for me. Like, this is like,
yeah,
nothing comes so easy to me like this does. Like, it's borderline effortless. Yeah, it takes effort in terms of making a video, but like the whole process of like coming up with an idea for what a video needs to be, it's like effortless. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? It doesn't feel like a hassle. You know, like how like a job feels like a hassle. It doesn't feel like it's like I wanna like, yo, what's that next idea, man? What the fuck am I gonna make that's gonna trip everyone out?
Yep.
And just because Repulse gave me like such a motivational talk, like I made him one too. So Repulse is known to have nuts energy. So I was like, yo, I want to take one of his clips where he's like losing it, and I want to put it in a club, like in a warehouse club. And I did that, and it's like the beginning, and then it goes to his Warzone 1 clips and everything. And he liked it and replied to it, and he's like, another banger, you know what I mean? And like, and I realized that like, I like doing this stuff, you know what I mean? It doesn't hurt. The creators see it. I get recognition for it, you know what I mean? And so it was kind of like a series that I wanted to do. It was like a creator showcase essentially, where like I just try to get the best moments from whatever game and try to make like a cool edit for creator. So Biffle was the first one. Then I did Repose. I have a list of people that I wanted to do. And then eventually, for a few months as well, actually, while I was like back in like Warzone 1 and Rebirth, I was working towards a position where I'm at now in Delirium, Team Delirium. Shout out the GOATs. Shout out Smurfy Jack. That guy's my guy, bro, for real. Really gave me like, that guy gave me so many opportunities to like show, like for me to show him like what I got, why I should be on the team, why like he should consider me and stuff like that. And he just kept giving me those opportunities, bro. And then at a certain point, he was like, bro, like I'm like I want you to be on the team, like Delirium Majiinnj, like we're gonna make that shit a reality.
Hey.
And he was like planning some stuff, and then he eventually got investment from a club in London. So now it's part owned by a club called Tape London, which is dope. You know what I mean? So like, it's insane. So now like I get to have like a creative direction when it comes to the TikTok or like COD and stuff like that. I get to work with all the other creators on Delirium when it comes to Call of Duty content and stuff like that. It's a slow run right now, but that's just because of the way the state of the game is. But
yeah, sadly.
It's like bro, like 2 years ago, fucking nobody knew me. Majiinnj, who the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? And now I got follows from people from my favorite org. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a position on a team with people I fucking like. I rate heavily. I respect. Like you probably know him, Zyro. Like that's the guy that I know.
Yeah, I know that guy.
That's my like that's my homie, bro. Like he started streaming around like 20 viewers, and I stuck around with him, and he blew up, bro. And that's someone that I can say, man, like hard work. That motherfucker works, bro. That motherfucker grinds day in and day out to make this shit a reality. And so anybody that like tries to discredit him or whatever, like fuck you guys. That guy, I know that guy's work. I've been there. I've seen everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's the kind of work ethic people need to have, to where it's like somebody can look at you from a third person point of view and be like, dude, this guy works his ass off.
And he was also somebody that like, whose opinion I valued so much, because like I used to watch all his TikTok clips and everything. And he was also telling me like, yo, Maj, like you're cold, bro. You're a crazy editor. Like I'd pop into the chat and he'd be like, geez, it's the GOAT, that guy. You know what I mean? Like, like just giving me free gas for no reason. And like to this day, I respect him. But like, that's basically kind of like how I got like into like editing. It's really weird. Like I was in school for political. I'm not in school anymore for it. Just cause like I don't want to waste more money. And I told my mom, I was like, yo, like there's no point in me going to school to learn all this stuff. I made myself a name by teaching myself. Why would I waste your money, go to school, learn all these techniques, come home, and then try to figure out how to apply all those techniques in my own medium when I could teach myself in my medium? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's basically kind of like the past, but I like the end kind of like value that I have for the story is, man, like, yo, if you guys like have that one thing that you kind of think that you can try, just fucking try it, man. And
just
if you
do
can't,
it, bro.
at least, yeah, and if you can't, at least you can say I tried. Like you know how many people I've talked to where they say they haven't even tried to do this, and I look at them, I'm like, really? Why? Not even that big of a deal.
That's the thing Nick Merck said. He literally was just like, bro, hey, if you want to do it, bro, just do it. Because at the end of the day, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? You try it. Let's say it doesn't work out. What are you going to do? You're going to do something you're going to do before. Maybe you're in college. You're just going to go maybe get a job from your college degree or something like that. But you know how great it feels? Because I even have this too, right? I have a whole YouTube channel full of unlisted YouTube videos when I used to play Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, a little bit of Infinite Warfare. And it's like, sometimes I may think, damn, I don't even use that channel no more. I don't even use those videos no more. But I just look at it and I'm like, I'm happy I did that. Even though they don't really mean, like, even though, like, maybe on a clout or like
part of you, bro.
Exactly.
You know what it is? On that journey, you got to learn something about yourself. Exactly. You know how many people you talk to on a day-to-day that don't even know what the fuck they want to eat tomorrow, what they want to do tomorrow, what they're feeling in the moment.
It's NPCs.
You know what I mean?
You know what like, yeah.
Stop comparing yourself to everyone else, man. No one, I promise you, there is nobody that has everything figured out. So like,
I learned that a lot
everything's
once I
a process. Everything is a process, but that process is worth it. That process is why you're doing it. Mm-hmm. That process, the way you grow is nuts, man. The exponential growth you gain in that process is like nothing else. Like I said, bro, it's addicting. It's like being on a high because you start to learn and it clicks, and then you see it work, and then it's just like it's nuts. It's nuts. And that's why I just like, even with soccer, like I used to be super into soccer, and at a certain point I knew it wasn't for me, but I still do it because I'm just like, yo, like I still love wanting to learn how to get better at soccer. I won't be the best, but I'll still like.
Yeah, it doesn't matter about that sometimes. It's just I just like it.
Just do it for yourself, man. Fuck.
Yeah, just everybody that's watching this, all right? You don't need to get 1 million views or $1 million. You don't need to be no professional.
Just fucking do it for yourself.
Just do it.
And you'd be surprised. That's the content that will hit when people find out that you're doing this for yourself and you're just being you and genuine. Why do you think everyone fell in love with KSI? He was just unforgivably himself.
Mm-hmm. That's how
we fell in love with that. We fell in love with that, man. I'll admit it. I fell in love with the fact that KSI just never fucking changed up on who he was, man. He was just always gonna be that guy.
It's always him. Just at the end of the day, man. That's one thing, and I love the fact you said that because that's what hits the most. Because sometimes, even like for example, for my stream, sometimes like I'm thinking over here, man, I gotta be this super sweaty Call of Duty player, man. I was thinking I'm super sweaty, and I'm like, yeah, maybe the streams aren't hitting as much because maybe Warzone doesn't matter, bro. I had one of the craziest fucking streams on Wednesday. Kid you not, I literally switched from my starting screen to my intermission screen. I'm just jamming. I got like 20 subs and like 1600 bits in like 10, 15 minutes. And all I'm doing
the amount of times that I just bump some music and I act like a fool and
exactly.
And I'm like, yo, I have this energy. Why am I killing myself over a game? You know what I mean? Like, why
energy be like this? You start playing Warzone, I'm raging. Why is this guy camping in the corner? Why are these guys forest stacking?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Master Duel. I'm just playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, bro, I have a crazy amount of viewers doing it, and like people are talking to me. It's chill. I'm like playing the game. I do my move. I'm waiting. I got to talk to the chat. I got my music playing. I'll fucking eat some food. You know what I mean? Like I do it all the time, right? Where I'm like, I want to stream, but I don't want to play COD, so I just go on just chatting. I watch some videos.
Exactly.
Like, and I tell people this all the time. Like, you guys should do it more often. Where instead of turning on that game, just turn on just chatting and watch some videos, react. Have a good time with your chat. Ask them. Try to connect with your chat. You'll have a way better time. And it's just like, it's such a dopamine rush.
Exactly. It literally is, bro. Because sometimes literally, I've my boy Mike can vouch for me on this, bro. I tell him so many times, he's like, yo, Ranks, are you streaming? And I'm like, I want to stream, bro, but I don't want to play Call of Duty. I really don't. Like, I told him straight up, I'm like, bro, I would pay somebody some money if I could just do something else besides play Call of Duty right now. And sometimes I fucking don't. I literally don't. Like,
I remember when God of War came out, Ragnarok. I played that game for like 3-4 days in a row, streamed it for 9 hours each day, no problem. I had so much fun. Everyone in chat was vibing and stuff. And I'm like, man, I don't hate gaming. It's not that gaming is shit. Yeah. It's just that these devs don't care.
And the particular games we always play, aka Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? They don't care, and you just make yourself miserable playing this shit. That's how it is.
Single player games are like, there's so many amazing single player games out there for everyone to play. Like Ghost of Tsushima took so much of my time. God of War took so much of my time. The Witcher, you got Red Dead Redemption 2. You could go back and play GTA 5 story back, and that shit would take up so much of your time. there's other games out there that will actually occupy your time. You'll have fun. It's just people are fucking scared to game alone. I don't understand why. Just are you that like just sit alone and play a game? Half the time, bro, I just have my homies sitting in Discord with me, or I have my homies chilling in PlayStation with me. I'm playing a single player game with them. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that big of a deal, but anyways, people are just weird. That's
I think you know what I'm saying. It's just how it is, man. Some people just would rather, I want to satisfy some people that are behind the screen, and genuinely at the end of the day don't really give. Like, that was the thing I wanted to mention that you said earlier. Like, I learned this only when I graduated high school, but like you kind of know it, right? Everybody says, "Oh, once you graduate, nobody's gonna care." Da, 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 da. I didn't really give a fuck, but I really felt it once I did, because I'm like, bro, life is completely more than just fucking people's opinions or whatever this person has to say. Like, bro, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you want to do something? You're like, but what if people look at me like I'm weird? Bro, it's gonna be like, what? And I kid you not, bro. I used to think that. I'm like, bro, somebody's gonna think I'm weird for this, but something told me in my head, just go do it anyways. And guess what? Yeah, somebody did say I was weird for it. But then I thought about some more, and I'm looking at this DM, right? And I'm like, there's a million and one things that's wrong with this guy, right? I'm like, why is this guy of all people telling me that what I'm doing is weird? Yeah. And I'm like, I don't even want to get into that fully, but I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, bro, somebody actually did the thing I was fearful of, and I don't even give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck.
Is it really that weird that I made a video on a game? There's motherfuckers that do weirder shit out here. There was literally a shorty that ate her fucking mattress, and they put that on television for My Weird Strange Addiction. There's people that smell gas and stuff like that. Trust me, man. Me making a Call of Duty video is not that fucking weird. So calm your tits. Get off my face. Like, get out of my face. Like, I don't care, bro. Like, like, I don't know why you're pressing me. What is me doing my thing? Why is it giving you such a hard time?
I think sometimes
you don't want to be associated. You don't want people to know that you have a homie that is, all right, fuck off then. We don't need to be boys.
Yeah, like they care so much about, you know what I'm saying?
If you don't want that from me, we ain't dogs then, bro. Like, dude, I have my best friend, bro. Like, when I because when the pandemic hit and everything hit, I wasn't working and stuff. He literally hit me up. He's like, bro, if you need any equipment and stuff, let me know. I'll pay for it. It's fine.
Wow.
I said to my motherfuckers, y'all got to surround where your boys are willing to help you get in a position to succeed in what you're doing, not put you down. The fuck, bro? That ain't your dogs, bro. That's just a hater. That's just a bum. That's a bum. That's a bum for real, bro. That's
the beautiful thing about life. Like, bro, when people really want to see you succeed, bro, it's a completely different thing. Like, people think, oh, I need that same amount of friends. What the fuck you don't? Because
you don't need 10 guys. You don't need like 10 guys or like 5 guys or whatever. You just need that one guy that's gonna fucking stick by you and do whatever he needs to do to help you get what you want, right? And obviously you should be like that for him as well, right?
Exactly.
Like, I tell my boy, and I'm like, obviously, like, yo, you need anything, you tell me as well. But he's not like that. He's just a fucking pisses me off. Or he's like, no, I don't want your help. But he helped me pay for like a piece of a component in my computer, bro, like my GPU. When it was like fuck. The prices were fuck. He helped me pay for like half of it.
What?
You know what I mean? Like this. He was really that guy, bro. Like, and I fucking respect him to the fuck out of it. And even my other homies, bro. Like, when I first started doing content, they would joke around. They'd be like, "Bro, how are you gonna play? How are you gonna make content if you're so shit at COD?" But then like they said that in the joking way. But then like we would play ranked and shit, and one of my homies would for real just be like, "Yo, instead of doing that, yo, do this next time." He was for real like trying to teach me like how to competitively play, so I have a better mindset when I play COD. And that was for like Cold War ranked. But then I took that same mindset and I applied it to Rebirth, and I solo queued and whatever. And I was just like, all right, what do I do? You know what I mean? And because of him, like now I'm actually kind of like really good at COD, because whatever, we were talking our shit and you're like, yo, you're dog shit. Why are you gonna make COD content, whatever? But then like on the side, they were also willing to help. You know what I mean? It was just like just busting my balls for the sake of busting my balls because we're boys. You know what I mean? Like, you don't obviously want those guys that are always nice, because that's kind of weird. Yeah, you need those boys where you talk shit and everything, but they still want to see you like good for you. You know?
100%, bro. Man, I did want to ask one random question, right? I gotta ask, right? That you brought up CODs in general, right? I always ask everybody this, but I gotta know your top 3 Call of Duties. Go. I'm not talking all time. I'm talking your top 3. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hear this.
Black Ops 2, 3, 4, to be honest. No, not 4. Black Ops 2, for sure. Black Ops 3, I didn't really play it a lot, but competitively, loved watching it. Loved it. Game. And then when I did obviously get the chance to play it, it was just a great game, honestly. I would say, like, the reason I said Black Ops 4 was because competitively, I had a lot of fun playing that game.
Yeah, League playing that game was fun.
League play was a lot of fun on that game. Competitively to watch that game, dude. Ashy 5-piece, you know what clip I'm talking about, right?
Oh, nuts. The 5-piece. Was it I forgot what was it, like Seatown? I think that's what it's called.
Seaside or Seatown, Seaside or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know, but it's crazy clip. Crazy. But
that was a one clip that put him on.
I'm not gonna say BO4. I'm gonna say in particular, I'm gonna say Warzone because I consider that to be a Call of Duty title. I'm gonna say Warzone because the way Warzone connected me and my dogs again, and the way I wanted to get good at that game, and the way I was making people look like a fool on that game, bro. I was never as good as a Call of Duty player as I was at Warzone. And the reason why was because there's so many levels to Warzone outside of just gunning. Like League play ranked, it was like a lot of it was just gunning in rotations, right? So like, are you gonna gun the guy on the rotation or are you gonna get gunned? And that's pretty much it. But with Warzone, man, there was like the rotations, movement. Can I break your like plating? There's so many levels to be good at. So I'll probably say Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and then like Warzone itself. But like some honorable mentions though, I would say. I didn't mention Modern Warfare 2 and stuff like that because I didn't own those games. Like I said, being single parent mom, I just didn't really ask for them. I would play them at my cousin's house and stuff, but because I never like religiously grinded those games, I can't really put them in my like top 3. But Black Ops 2 was that one game that I did get grinded the fuck out of it. Black Ops 3, watched it like crazy, watched every freaking like CDL event, everything, like consumed every fucking BO3 content there was. And then Warzone, like, I just became a no-life on Warzone. So.
Exactly, bro. You know what's crazy? Yeah. I'm almost going to change my list. Because my list is almost like yours, and I had Modern Warfare 2 on it. Just because MW2 was the first COD I played, so I'm like... Yeah. And my cousins used to bring the disc over to my crib whenever they came over. Yeah. We played like 4-player split screen. But now I'm really starting to think... I'm almost agreeing with your point when you say, bro... Warzone is what, because for me, like I said, I was making Call of Duty content. I stopped at MW 2019. I just hated it. I didn't really like the multiplayer strictly aspect of it. But then I got like,
suck, man, and it's always the maps that hold these games back. To be honest, really they just need to go traditional 3 lanes.
Exactly, traditional 3-lane maps, man. So when I got, because something was telling me, I'm like, bro. My boys are telling me, I'm like, bro, they gotta get a PC, gotta get a PC. And I'm thinking to myself, I already like video editing, and I'm a tech major in college, right?
That's what it was for me too. That's what it was for me. I always wanted to build a PC. The amount of PC videos that I watched, like I really want to build a PC, and then just wanting to make COD content is like that cherry on top.
Exactly, bro.
Shit, you know,
a little cherry on top of it, man. It's just
that the way you described that was like perfect. That's why I put Warzone in there because there's so many things I was willing to do to play Warzone.
So many things, bro. So exactly, like, bro, we spent like how much on these the PC, the mic, the headset, the setup, everything,
bro. Just okay. I'm not trying to flex or anything because I've been trying to build this setup for like literally years. But like, peep this, bro. 1 second. Peep the setup, bro. I've been building this shit.
What the fuck?
I've been building this shit for literally 4 to 5 years. Like I just moved into like the biggest room in the house. So like, bro, I got a new bed. I got a mini fridge, like a triple monitor setup. Like my cousin, God bless my cousin, gave me a DSLR cam, which is what you saw me talking on. Like, bro, like I really fuck with like outside of content and stuff. I really fuck with tech. So I just wanted to like ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to have a setup like this. And I just to play COD here and stuff all the time. Like, yo, you come home and you get to sit here. It's a vibe, bro. What the fuck? It is a vibe,
bro. Dude, I did not expect you to do that. That was crazy as fuck. Like, but she's just like, hey, let me show you something. They just boom, camera. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what?
Because that was my old webcam. That was my old like face cam. And because my cousin gave me the DSLR, I'm like, okay, I don't want this thing to just be like waste. Like, I'm not gonna just not use it. I'm like, and I have like a window in front of me, and there's like a windowsill. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll just throw this hole up there. And then so whatever, like I want to like listen to music and like fucking dance and whatever, like do whatever, some dumb shit, like I can just crank that camera on and do some dumb shit
fire
to
as
the
fuck,
stream,
bro. That's one of the coolest I've ever seen.
You should do it, bro. Just cop a webcam, just toss it like right behind you, and it can just kind of look at your setup, and like it's like another way. It's like another way to just make your streams and make your content and everything just more immersive and like actually get people to kind of fuck with your whole vibe even more. You know, because obviously you saw I have more panels that I need to put up and shit. And
I didn't even pay attention to that, man.
Them hoes,
bro. Because literally, bro, like for my stream songs, I usually do like push-ups and shit like that. Like I have a thing where it's like one sub equals five push-ups.
I used to have that too, and then I hated it because these hoes would be like 10. I'm like, all right, can I play the game?
Like, nah,
or is this gonna be a work? Or is this gonna be a workout stream? Do I look like Nick Merckx? Do you see the color of my skin? Do I look like him? You can see my neck. You can see my neck. All right, so I'm not him. Can we please play Call of Duty? Thank you.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, with me, I fucking love doing this. So I'm just like, bro. At one point, I went from five push-ups to 10. I'm like, fuck it, just give me everything. So I'm like, that'd be a cool addition to have. Just so it's like,
do it, bro. Do it. Like, yo, the Logitech C920 or C922, they go on sale all the fucking time. All the fucking time. And if you really want to be a scumbag, order it on Amazon and say, hey, it didn't show up. I'm kidding. Don't. But yeah, solutions. There's a solution to everything.
Mike, he muted his mic. That's the funniest part. Yo, bro, that's hilarious.
So if you're watching the podcast, you might want to turn on the camera because I had something to say. But anyways,
hell yeah, bro. Dude, that is fucking hilarious, man. But,
oh my days.
What's it called? Back to what I was saying. As far as like with Warzone, it's like I put that much of an investment into a game, and I'm not gonna lie to you. When it comes to creating content, bro, I've surpassed every level I was at before. Like, before I used to before I had like a blue snowball mic, it was on a stand, and I record my videos and no face cam, nothing. But now it's like, bro, I have a face cam, I have a background, I have lights. You know what I'm saying? I have 2 monitors, I have an expensive ass PC. For the first time in my life, I have controllers with buttons on the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
I upgraded. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still such a scumbag that I refuse to buy like scuffs and shit. So I actually built my own. Ooh. So there's a mod kit you can get on Amazon. So anybody that actually wants to do this shit, there's a mod kit where you just open up your controller, take it apart. You add it's like another motherboard that handles the buttons, and you just attach a ribbon button, like the ribbon cables where they would normally be. There's literally a video that you can follow and do it. And bro, like here, listen to them. I don't know if you can hear it.
I can hear it. Yep, I can hear it.
And then I even have mouse click triggers as well.
What?
And the kit's like $40. And if you already have the controller, you just open it up and add it. Right?
So I already have the controller. So many controllers.
Yeah. Right. And so this is my second one, but like the first one that I had, bro, that lasted me like a year and a half, more than a scuff or anything would have. This is my second one now, and bro, there's no issues with it. It's starting to get stick drift a little bit now, but I'm also I treat my controllers like shit. But like even controlling it like shit, like it's better that you have a OEM controller you get from Sony and then do it yourself, because then the stick drift won't be as bad.
Yeah.
But I want to try this new PlayStation Dual controller. One where you can take the sticks out if you get stick drift. You literally take it out, and then you can. I want to get that. I'm gonna get that next. I'll probably make a video or something on it too. But I just want to try it because I actually really fuck with Sony as a company. Yeah, it kind of takes them long to get things out, but I really fuck with them as a company, and their controllers are neat. So
controllers are fire. I'm not even gonna lie, man. But like I said, man, it's crazy how far we come just from one game. One game on top of like the meeting.
One game put me on so bad, and this other game, it's like it feels like all that shit was just gone. All that hard work is just gone.
Just gone. All the drive, like, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said,
what's wrong with just leaving Rebirth Island there? Like if people wanted to play and you just kept putting shit out and people kept buying it, what's wrong with that?
Because they knew their game sucked. They knew their game sucked. I'm be honest, like that's why I say they knew the game was bad, and if they left Rebirth, that would kill the sales. They knew it. They knew most of us would not.
Then don't even release a game.
They need to make the money. They need to impress those investors. They need to pay the employees. Need to do X, Y, Z.
It just doesn't make sense though. Even as a business market, I'm not gonna lie. To have your studios compete against themselves, one, doesn't make sense. Two, you're better off having all these studios just work on one game that just gets repeatedly updated for years and years and years.
They might as well. Just one game,
right?
Keep updating it.
You have phases. Shit. Black Ops phase. Then you have a Modern Warfare phase. Then you have a AW phase. Then you go back and forth and back and forth. As long as you build the engine, planned it to do it. This is the problem. They have shit planning. For corporate business, your planning level, horrible. Y'all motherfuckers need like the God of War dev. You need Santa Monica and shit helping you. Because the way the God of War devs planned out that game is why it's so fucking good. Same with Rockstar and the way they plan out GTA. Till this day, the content that comes out for that game, and all they did is work on one game for 10 years. Is that bad? No. I mean, it is now. Now it is a little still because the map has gotten a little bit old, right? And that's where they kind of limited themselves, where they couldn't really introduce a new map on that engine. But I promise you, this new GTA that we get, we're definitely going to be able to go to like different locations in terms of like imagine going to San Andreas and then going to like another city and it's like literally like a whole nother map. I promise you this new one's going to be like that, bro. It will be like that.
I'm telling you, man. Because the thing is like, it's like how you said with, bro, it's like you play GTA and you're just like, dude, you can tell they really, really took time with this shit. They developed there's so many layers to this shit. Like, look, like we're at the point where GTA is carrying itself. Look at RP. You know what I'm saying? Look at RP. People are able to mod it. You know what I'm saying? People, it's damn near open source to work. They add in their code, their own mods, whatever the fuck. The game's carrying itself. At this point.
It's literally ego, bro. It is an ego. Literally, it is an ego that is holding them back. Because what's wrong with like having your audience like be part of your game? I just don't understand, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's like creating an athletic sport and then telling the casuals that watch it, you're not allowed to play it. Only these guys are allowed to play it. What the fuck are you doing? Are you playing this sport? Well, no, only the people on TV are allowed to play this sport. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's stupid. It's just stupid.
And then on top of that, and on top of that, the craziest part is even the people that are pros, that are on quote unquote TV, bro, they barely even like this shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll say it.
You made the greatest Call of Duty player of all time retired. Jack O'Hara. You made the greatest Call of Duty player of all time retire. I hope you can live with yourself.
He's gone. Krim's gone. Some other people left as well. Because I mean, it's just like, bro, Zinni just retired. Yeah,
and that is fucked because Zinni is a great personality to have in the league.
He's a great.
You understand how charismatic and energetic that guy is, and you lost that. He's bringing all of that energy now to the freaking watch parties with Scump. You fucked watch parties with
Scump. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because now I have a Call of Duty tab right now. Scump, 59,100 people. The actual Call of Duty League channel, 36. 36.
Right now?
People would rather watch Scump watch the same shit than the actual shit itself. It's crazy. It's crazy. This just shows, bro.
So Scump's level of understanding the game is also what people want to watch it for.
Exactly, bro.
Is the only SMG player in the top 5 most winning players of all time. Every other player is an AR player. He had literally positive KD for every single freaking game except for World War II. And World War II was not that great of a game. So I can't even hold that against him. There's so much going on, like in terms of optic and everything. Like Formal had left. They scrambled to get new players, like learning the game. It was just that year was just chalked. Exactly. But he is a top 5 best player of all time and an SMG where a game is predominantly ruled by ARs, had a positive KD in almost damn near every game, and won almost every single major he's ever played. Exactly. Get out of my face. And you made him retire. You made him retire.
Bro. Him of all people. Because he literally even said...
When we talk about him, like you made... him retire.
Made him retire.
You made a GOAT retire.
Made him retire, bro. What do you mean by him? Him. That's how do you know he's him,
bro? Him, bro. When I say yo, he retired, you should know who I'm talking about.
You should know who you're talking about, bro. There's only one guy. Who's him? What do you mean? Who the fuck is him? How do you not know who's him? Play Call of Duty, you don't know who him is?
I'm so baked. I'm just like, it's him. He just goes, met the Eagles to school. Man,
I'm telling y'all, man. And I'm gonna say this again, bro. Bro, Scump's playing 60,000. 60,000. There's not going to be a single. And this is what kind of scares me about Call of Duty, bro. Because think about it.
More than the population of some cities in the States.
Bro, you know what almost scares me, bro? This is a crazy realization I just had. Bro, because Call of Duty is ass now, let's be honest, it's ass now, bro, there's not going to be another scump ever again. There's never going to be somebody with that much of a personality that can pull 60K. I see it is
Shotzi. Shotzi is the only guy that I see, and he's on thin ice with this game too, bro. Have you seen that clip where Scump's talking hella shit about Warzone, and Shotzi's like, whoa, yo, chill, you don't want to get fined. And Scump's like, yo, don't worry, like, Warzone and the CDL is two separate things. And Shotzi's like, oh yeah, no, this shit is ass. This shit sucks. Like, bro, he went in, bro. And so the only reason he's not saying anything about Modern Warfare 2 like all the time is that he just, well, they find them 50K. Like, these guys are NBA players.
Holy shit. 50K?
Not 50. I've heard 50 is like one of the highest, but like the lowest can be like 5.
That's still a lot.
$5,000 for like a Call of Duty player that actually their contracts aren't that crazy, to be completely honest. I don't believe they are. Like, Scump was one of the most earning, but that's because like he has brand value outside of the game itself. So obviously he'll make that money, right? But some of the most basic like CDL players, like
they're not, you know what I'm saying? They're not scum. That's why I was literally saying they're not scum. They don't got no brand deals. They're not on a team like Optic. Bro, Optic could be old. Optic could lose every single game leading up to the major. The major hits, bro, they're still gonna be let's go.
I want to see what happens if like FaZe and like Optic were just like, fuck COD, yo, we're just gonna leave. Yo, what would happen to the game? They'd actually be fucked, eh?
Stock would, they'd be fucked.
They would be fucked because like Optic wins. Like, they have other rosters where they win. Like, Optic's Valorant roster is pretty solid.
Their
like,
Halo roster, I was just watching that as well. You know what I'm saying?
Back to back. You know what I mean?
In that shit, he going to ape shit too. He went from COD to.
If Hex really cares, you could get an R6 roster going. There's so much money in R6. You know what I mean? Like, easily, you're telling me an R6 player that wouldn't want to be on Optic?
Bro, and it's Optic. You just say who wants to be on Optic, bro. The greatest of the greatest.
Did you just see how I geeked out when I said that I got an Optic player following me? That's just, I'm a one basic level guy. Imagine them.
Imagine them, dude. They'll get new controllers, tidy up everything, get locks to fucking sweat their ass off for that opportunity because it's Optic. You know what I'm saying? Man. Like, it's like, I'm just like, bro.
There's so much, there's so much like power that we as the fans give to Call of Duty.
So much, bro.
And it's just like, we just love the game so much, we don't want to take it away. But I just wish that one day everybody wakes up and it's just like, fuck this, man. Like, we need to pull out of this shit because it's not it. And it's not worth our time. It's not worth our effort. Like, you know, like, this is not what we need. And that would put them in such a position that's like, fuck, we need to listen, bro.
Literally, bro. To some,
like, people will get fired. You know, the only reason that I want that Activision sale to go through is so that CEO gets fired. Because once that Activision happens, Microsoft is booting the CEO of Activision.
What was it, Joe Secott, I think?
I think so. I'm not sure his name, but all I remember is it came out that said Microsoft, once the sale of Activision will go through, he will be given a severance package of whatever amount of money, and then somebody else will be put in that position.
Oh, Bobby Kotick. My fault. Bobby Kotick. That's who it is.
That guy. I just we should see my face, bro. My face went, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like one of those names that when you hear it, you're like, that bitch. You know what I mean? Like,
motherfucker, bro. You know he's pulling all the strings.
I'm him. You know what I'm saying?
Like, look at his fucking face, bro. Like, I'm looking at his face right now, which makes me mad, bro. Fuck, you know he's the guy pulling all the fucking strings, bro.
Now the game, the reason I keep calling out Jack O'Hara is because he's the game director at Infinity Ward, and that guy barely has like 1,000 followers on Twitter. Like, bro, something viral went the other day. Somebody went into his likes and he liked a meme where it said W Infinity Ward, and the meme was, "What do you mean you're getting rid of slide canceling?" And
I saw it.
Like, you saw it, right?
Yeah, I think Excel did that.
Excel, right? Yeah. Shout out the homie Excel.
WXL.
He did that, and then that guy unliked it. Jack O'Hara.
Oh yeah, he even quoted it saying he unliked it. I was like, bruh. I'm like, man, this whole thing is just a joke, bro. The whole thing is just a joke.
Imagine going back on your own damn opinion, you bitch.
Your own opinion.
I'm calling you bitch, bro. Like I'm gonna stick with my opinion, bro. You know what I mean? Like for me, like for an example, I say GSP is the GOAT, and I'm gonna stick by that opinion. You can hate me, you could punch me in my face, and I'll look up and I'll say GSP is the GOAT. I'm not switching up on my opinion. You switched up on your opinion because you're, bro. I don't, man.
Some people. That's the thing, bro. It's like there's like a base level of
weak-willed bunch of people waking up Infinity Ward, man.
They literally make all the decisions based on all career-based decisions. Oh, well, will this benefit my career? Okay, cool. But it's like, dude, you're literally going back on the shit you just said. Now you're gonna look like a dumbass. But that kind of doesn't. I don't know. I just feel like
it's just dumb, man.
What are they trying to do this, bro? It's fucking insane, man. It is crazy, man. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I will be honest, bro. It's probably the first time I've ever did a podcast, and literally we went through all the topics, and I didn't even have to voice out any of the topics. You just answer basically everything. You basically answer fucking everything. I'm not even joking. I'll tell you exactly what I have. I have tell us about yourself. I want to know your inspiration for your name. You joining Delirium, the responsibilities, the process, and stuff like that. The only thing I didn't touch on was the editing software that you use.
Okay. So, Slime has actually been showing me like Blender and everything because
I do the models and shit. Yep.
Yeah. So like I've been getting into like doing really cool like cinematic like intros and stuff. Not throughout the whole video, kind of like how Craven does. Craven does like 3D throughout the whole video. I just like to do it for like a base intro to get the hook, and then I go into the gameplay because my editing is based around really showing off the gameplay. Like I want to show how good of a player you are. Like show off like, whoa, like this is what he did. So if I added all the excessive flashing and a lot of the Twixter stuff, it takes away from the flow of the actual clip. So I don't like breaking the flow of the clip too much. So that's why I use like 3D at the beginning. So I've been learning Blender, but I do like the basic stuff in DaVinci, but I'm gonna be getting into AE because I want to get into just doing some more like the idea I had was doing like COD music videos because I've been listening to Key Glock's new album, and I'm like, this shit's just hard. And I'm like, just imagine like listening to Key Glock through like an edit, and like sometimes just like seeing like a 3D model pull up and he's like hitting a blunt or something. It's like some crazy shit, you know?
Yeah, like you might do a quick scope, zooms out model, he's hitting the blunt with the scope in his hand, zooms back.
Yeah, like something crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro.
Yeah. So I want to get into stuff like that, but I have a lot of like, so I switch up my work schedule so that I can try to learn and stuff like that more. With the whole responsibility stuff with Delirium, it's like pretty basic at the moment. I want to have obviously more and more responsibilities. It's just because everything, like I just joined and I'm just getting my bearings in terms of like talking to everyone and all that stuff. It's been a little bit of a slow process, I won't lie. And then on top of that, like I had to move my whole room over, and then like just life has been kind of in the way. But I want like that. I'm basically want to get like super active to the point where like I get like community into it. You know what I mean? Like really build like the whole plan. Like the whole goal for us is like be the premier brand, like UK gaming brand. Like when you think of like COD and like the EU, it's London Royal Ravens and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Like the Delirium, like the goal is to make Delirium like that, like that org. I fuck with the UK like super, like in terms of culture, music, and everything. So that's why like I did want to join. I'm planning on like visiting soon, so maybe like going on a flight. Okay. Maybe I'll make a video about it and stuff like that, like a whole thing. But I also like I joined because I fuck with the vibe of everybody. You know, like outside of just like opportunities and stuff like that. Like I'm not joining unless I like actually fuck with like, the people on the org. I used to be on an org. I'm not gonna say anything about that, whatever. But I used to be like I've been on orgs and I've been on like teams and stuff, and like I don't want it to just be like a friend group where people are just chilling. Like I actually want to get shit going, bro. I want to get active. You know what I mean? Like, and I want not just for myself. Like I want to put everybody on, bro. Like I really want to do that shit. And so like I'm not cool with just like sitting on a roster and just like.
Just being there,
nah,
bro.
You
know what I'm saying? I'm just here as a figurehead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want some shit in motion. I want to be here because I'm here. Some people are just there just because, oh, I'm there. I got on here. Okay, cool. That's it. Stop trying,
bro. Like, so if I can help in any way in terms of like getting videos made, ideas, stuff, anything, I want to do it. And because it's an opportunity to learn.
Exactly.
And it's just like why not? Like, I'm young. I'm 23, right? So I'm young, and if there's a time to be doing this shit, it's right now. I've basically given myself like a little bit of a timeline about like 2 years, 2.5 years to like get everything going. If in 2.5 years like things aren't where I want, I'm just gonna like hunker down, get a proper job, and like make this more side. But right now it's like a main focus.
Hell yeah.
But if the main focus don't work, then like I'll push it to the side, get a little bit more of a job, and then hopefully while I work on it with the side, it does become a main and I can leave.
Hell yeah.
Right? Everybody, I'd say this to anybody, have a plan, have any sort of plan.
Always have a plan.
You know what I mean? Like, fucking our devs didn't have a plan. Look what happened.
They still don't have a plan. They haven't thought about getting a plan.
Throwing shots. Blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing shots at them all the time because you guys suck.
But are we throwing shots or stating facts?
Both.
Basically both.
I'm stating facts in the form of shots.
Yep. The bullets gonna hit, but hey, you got no choice. You ain't got no choice, bro. These bullets gonna hurt. Ain't no choice though. You feel me?
Facts.
That is facts for sure, man. But yeah,
that's crazy though that we went through all the questions.
Basically everything that I had in mind, because the way I do these podcasts is like I have the topics right. This is the first time I ever said this like on an actual podcast, but I have the topics just so, like I said, the things to sort of like give guidelines and stuff like that. And there's certain things I didn't want to touch on or go into. We already went into them, so I'm just like, damn. At this point, I'm really just chilling. I'm really chilling right now, you know. So I'm really chilling.
Like, I won't lie, like I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but like one time I tried to like do like Amigo content. And I tried to do like the real talks type content and like just like the jokes talks type shit. And I would ask people, I'm like, hey, like, has this been like one of your better conversations on here? Would you rank this into like? And majority of the time, people would say like this has been my best conversation. And because I'm someone that understands that like you can gain so much from a conversation, so much. And so I'm willing to have one. I'm willing to like figure out like what type of person you are, because like once you get that basis, then you just keep building on it and building on it. And then you never know, bro. Like the opportunities are there once you just having that base conversation. The amount of times I've had opportunities to work with people and stuff is just because I had a conversation. You know what I mean? And but it's hard. Like some people find it hard to have conversations and stuff like that. And that's where I say like I understand like if you have anxiety and stuff like that, but man, you try to fight it, try to do anything, because man, having those conversations, you'll gain so much, bro. So much. Like just life lessons, like experiences, you know what I mean? Like when I tell people what I do and I say, hey, I got homies in the UK, I got homies in New York, Atlanta, Texas, Cali, I have a viewer that's in Bulgaria, I got viewers in Australia.
Exactly.
Like, whoa, like this is crazy. Never in your regular life would you be able to say like, hey, yeah, I got all these friends from all over the world and stuff like that. You're putting yourself in an opportunity to be like, that's why like, yeah, my content's not booming, or I'm not making as much money as I want to be doing, or this and that. But then I sit back and I think about it and I'm like, yo, the amount of shit that I've just gained doing this is crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Crazy.
Like strictly just me streaming, bro, it makes me like less fearful when it comes to conversations, because I'm used to just sitting in a room by myself fucking talking, and it's like the conversations I have with people outside of streaming are better because I've had to learn to like just, I'm in a room, I'm in front of a screen, I gotta entertain some people, just keep freaking talking, don't stop talking, just keep talking. You know
do you ever get those ones where like people are like, yo, like how do you know so much, or they just say some shit like that and you're just like, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, bro.
Yeah, don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry about that, cuz. Don't worry about that, cuz. Nah, but like, it's just like, man, like, I like to know things. You know what I mean? Like, I like to understand how things are. You know what I mean? Like, just at work, I was like talking to my coworkers about like how eyes and fucking cameras and shit like that work. She's like, why the fuck do you know this? And I'm like, because I gotta make all this shit work, man. And like at a certain point you start to understand how things are. So
like you know how many times, bro, for example, in like a school meeting or some shit, and like I'll be they say turn on your webcams, and everybody got like a freaking no this to anybody that's I went to college with, but they'll have like these weak ass cams, shit like that, and here comes me, lights, camera, headset, background, they're like whoa. Like, whoa, what the fuck do you do, bro?
Literally, bro. It's like, what?
Hell yeah. Like, bro, if you were to do a job, like an online job interview, they'd be like, whoa, What do you do?
Yeah.
You sure
if
you need
I
this
came up
job?
with a DSLR camera like this, I'd be like, hey, yo, sorry, I'm up. My bad, man. Damn. No, I'm kidding.
Bro, imagine you switch to the other camera. Oh, my bad. I need to switch to my other camera. Anyways, how we doing today? They're going to be like, are you sure you need this?
I switched to the other camera just to fucking flick off the teacher in a different way. Yo, fuck you, bitch.
This fucking, oh, my bad. I don't think you understood what I was saying. Fuck you. That'd be fucking crazy.
Teacher, did you understand what I meant? No? All right, wait.
Man, that'd be crazy, bro. Fuck.
That's actually jokes.
Nah, that's fire though. That's fire. I ain't gonna lie, you probably just inspired me to do that because I'm not gonna lie.
Do it, bro. And like you can even get mounts where like you can actually buy a mount that you can like drill into your wall and have the webcam sit on there. You could have it like literally right behind you if you wanted. Yeah. I have the windowsill, so like I didn't want to drill more walls into my holes into my wall, but I wanted to figure out a way to like have cameras like in the corners of my room. Yeah. But I think there's too many wires. I don't want to deal with that nonsense. I was like, I'm kind of surprised there aren't wireless transmitters that exist. Like even if it's slightly delayed, like it should still exist. But
still at this point in time.
Whatever.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? At this point, bro. But man, I'm not gonna lie, we're definitely gonna talk some more off stream, but for the sake of the podcast, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to wrap this up with the last question that I ask everybody.
Yeah.
Who would you want to see next on the next episode of the One Shot Podcast? Because you got vouched by 2 people. That's why you're here.
That's nuts.
You got my vouched by Slimesy and Craven. So I was like, I gotta get them on here. So you know,
I'm about to go beat their ass. No, I'm just kidding. Who would I fuck? The thing is that like, damn, man. I'm thinking of people, but it's like, damn, would they be able to carry your conversation? Is the issue. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I know Slime and Craven can carry a conversation, which is why they're good people to have, right? But it's like, can I say someone that like I would just love to see in this podcast? Period. Like, like it wouldn't be. I would love to see like a proper like a dev or even a proper pro on this, and you ask them these questions and get them their genuine opinions. You know, no bullshit, no like
none of that weak. Oh,
you'll see in the future. Shut up. Give me the information now. I have your family in the basement in GTA. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, but like, I would love to see a developer on like here, and like even like me and you, like you know, ask them the real questions. Like, why did you? What was the reason? Just give us a reason. Because I think that's the biggest issue is that it won't even tell us why.
They're so like just they're not even close to being remotely
If you just even give me a reason, I could be like, okay, sure. Can we work on something different next time at least? You know what I mean? Like I'm reasonable like that, but you're not even willing to like give us anything. So I would love to see a dev here on the team, or even just any game developer. Period. If you can get a game developer like even on an indie game and just see their thought process and see why they do certain things. Because then maybe we can kind of understand why certain things are the way they are in COD. You know what I mean? But damn, I think that would make the best conversation, to be fair. Having a proper like game developer. It doesn't have to be COD specific. It could just be any game developer. But understanding what goes into actually making a game, then we can actually kind of have like a basis to think of as to like, well, okay, this is where my opinion is as to why this is like this, you know?
I didn't even think of. I've never even thought of that. Having a full-on developer. See, you just gave me a great idea. Oh shit! You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Come on, man. I'm just kidding.
That shit is fire for sure, bro. So definitely a dev, because that's a good point you made. Have actually like I get the thought process, what it's like.
Yeah.
Maybe they can relate their conditions to somebody else's, or how Call of Duty is. Because you know somebody may be like, oh man, I've worked with a company that almost functions like Call of Duty does, and they're like, man, I know what happened with that company. I know how these people are.
Exactly.
They can relate to that. You know what I'm saying? So
because the world is much smaller than we think it is.
100%.
You know what I mean? Or like another person I said was like just any professional, like someone that's actually making like consistent income, and just seeing their process and just like what their mental is like. Like how does a game being bad like affect you? Because I know it, like everybody is affected negatively about this, right? That's why a lot of people are being vocal about it right now. So I'd love to see like where their thought process is, because like I'll make money and stuff like that from this game, but it's not often enough.
Am I in podcast motto? I'm in a podcast. What we doing? Oh my gosh, hold on. I gotta shit.
No kidding.
How did he even join? I literally said it to where it's like only like me and one other person can be in here. I don't know how he joined. That's crazy.
That's actually jokes.
It's all good though. It's all good though. But yeah, so definitely a game developer. I'm gonna look into that. Do you have anybody else you could possibly recommend that you have on top of your head? Creator, editor, anybody?
I don't think a lot of these guys carry good conversations.
See, I would disagree with you, but dude, I can't disagree with you because it's like that's the truth. Because like for you, for example, bro, we've been talking for 2 hours.
yeah, right. Like some people, like that's an issue, man. And like it's like the other thing is like, will these people even like will? Because like some people are weird about doing podcasts and stuff like that, right? So
yeah, because they're scared about.
I actually want to recommend someone that will like. You know who would actually be good? Here, because he was on an org. He was a manager for an org and stuff like that. So he used to do things. 1 second.
Take your time, my boy.
It's
Optic and NYSR are playing right now. Somehow Optic is losing. I'm kind of mad.
Fuck. What is this? This is at. Oh, I hate this, bro. I hate how like inefficient like the Twitter search engine is. Like when you write someone and you expect them to come up, it's like nope.
Yeah, it's weird, bro. It's so weird.
But his name is JJ. Anyways, JJ, he's a great, like, I remember I did a podcast with him for one of his homies, and he was someone great to talk to. And I think he would also just be someone like that would give a valid opinion in terms of just like a lot of things.
Yeah, DM me his profile for sure.
I will. But because he's someone good to carry a conversation with, 100% in my opinion. And I feel like you would actually want to do this. That's another reason why. I actually want to give you someone that's actually gonna fucking speak, not just be like, "Oh, I'll think about it, dude." Shut up. I found it. Shut up, bro. Just grow up and say yes or no, man. That's all I need. Just yes or no.
That's all I need, man. That's all I need. Because people respect you more when you have a definite opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I just say, nah, bro, I can't. I'm busy, or sorry, that's not something that I think I would do.
Just tell me straight up, man.
I won't hate you for it. It's like, all right, cool. If you don't think you would do it, you don't think you'd do it. That's
how it is. I've asked certain people to come on podcasts. I get left on delivered. Sometimes I get left on read. Sometimes somebody tell me straight up, this isn't something that I usually do. This is not something I'm cool with. Yeah. Cool. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Like, it doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah, man. I just sent you his at. It's the real JJ, by the way. That's what it is.
Bet, just got it. Yep, just got it.
Yeah, but he used to be like a management director on EMGG, which is like a little like another like type of Twitter org type shit. But he's like really good at carrying conversation and just like he has like very valid opinions in my opinion.
Okay, for sure. I'm definitely gonna consider those two. So my boy, actually, let me write this down right here. Let me write this down here. Let me write this down. There we go. And then a game dev. There we go. Okay, so I got those. So a game dev and my boy, the real JJ. Okay, but for sure. See, that's usually why I ask the question at the end of the podcast, because I'm like, either one, it leads to another podcast episode, or two, somebody can put me on to like another recommendation for somebody for me to have a conversation with.
Yeah. That's those two guys definitely. For that one guy, but that other idea that I said, because I feel like that would make for a good podcast.
For sure. But so we're now officially wrapping up. I think this I'm not even gonna. Yep, this is definitely the longest podcast episodes I ever did in my life.
Yeah, but it's the most valid.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've really enjoyed this podcast. I really did enjoy this podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, I know I'm good at like conversating, but I didn't know how this would go. To be fair, because like it's. Like anything, you don't know how things are gonna go.
Just let it go.
I'm happy that you really enjoyed the conversation and everything too. I hope everybody that listened did too.
Hell yeah, bro. I learned a lot, you know what I'm saying? I learned a lot about you, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know you had that much of like an in-depth story. I'm like, damn, I learned a lot about this guy today, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there we go, you know what I'm saying? So hey, since you were such a great guest, I'm gonna let you do the outro this time. The outro for the podcast. Freestyle how you want to, you know what I'm saying? Do whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you freestyle it.
I never do outros. That's the thing, because I always just kind of go like, I'm like cinematic in that way. I just Blackbird and stuff like that. But for real, anybody that did listen, I appreciate the fact that Ranks had me here. Thank you so much. It was really dope to kind of have my opinion about certain things. I hope everybody I hope you agree on my opinion in terms of the game. And if you don't, eat it. I don't care. But for real, thank you for having me here. And I look forward to actually listening to the next one. I hope you get it a game dev. I really hope you get a game dev, because that is a conversation I'm going to look forward to 100%.
For sure, because I want to go in depth. I want to ask him everything. I want to know what do you do for a living? Why do you
eat? How do you sleep?
How do you sleep?
Are you like fetal position? Like, what do you? Come on, I'm kidding.
I want in depth. I want everything. I want to know everything, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man, for sure, man. So yeah, like my boy Majiinnj just said, thanks to everybody who tuned into this episode of the One Shot Podcast. We got my boy Majiinnj on here, man. Make sure you go check out my boy Majiinnj on all the social media platforms. Twitter, off the rip, we start with there. It's Majiinnj, but with an I and two J's. Wait, two I's?
Two I's.
Two I's. Yep, two I's.
Two N's and a J. The reason is because some motherfucker just happened to be Majiinnj J too. So I just kept adding I's and N's until it was mine. So I was just like, yeah. But that's why I predominantly just go by Maj. Like everyone just calls me Maj for that reason. Because saying Majiinnj J it's too much. So.
Yeah.
Maj or J. Yeah. But my Twitter handle, that is the same for everything. So YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, everything is the same handle, which is a big thing I say to everybody. Have the same handle on every single platform. It makes it so much easier. And don't have excessive amount of numbers and stuff. No one cares. This isn't the Matrix.
Nobody cares about your numbers, my boy. Nobody cares about
the numbers.
Nobody cares about the little ZZ underscore before you should know.
Yeah, like you can have like the underscores and stuff because that's fine. It can make it clean, but no one cares about the excessive numbers. No one cares that you're number 5,700, whatever. Okay,
yeah,
keep it nice and simple and clean, and it's gonna do you a lot of favors because a lot of people are gonna be willing to check out more of your socials, and don't just put gaming in your name. Don't. Keep it a little bit more oblivious. Be like a Majiinnj or like Ranks. How he's Ranks HTF. HTF being Houston, I'm assuming, right?
Yep, Houston, Texas.
Yeah, exactly. See, so like that, it kind of gives you a hint of who he is. When you go to all of his socials, it'll be the same thing.
Everything's Ranks HTX. Everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's brandable. You can brand that. Like, there's a lot of things you want to think of when you think about your name. Make sure you think about your name.
For sure, man. Lessons from my boy Majiinnj, man. But like I said, you should make sure you go check him out on all of his social media platforms. You know what I'm saying? You say you don't stream as much anymore?
I don't stream as much anymore, but I want to be. Like I definitely do. Like so, I'll stream every week. I will get like 2-3 streams in. So like I will stream weekly, but I'm not like a daily streamer.
Okay.
But yeah.
For sure, man. So yeah, also, once again, to everybody who's listening, make sure you go check out Team Havoc Studios on all of our social media platforms as well. Make sure you guys check out the other podcast episodes as well, because by the time this one's up, we're going to have the Craven one up as well. We're probably going to have more in the works. I'm probably going to be shooting one the day before I post this one. So make sure you guys follow us on Spotify. And if you're listening on any other platform besides Spotify, guess what? The Spotify has the video versions. The video versions of podcasts.
Crazy. Insane.
Yeah, no.
All right, I'm gonna send it out. You want a crazy outro? Ready? All right, ready.
Let's go.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Yo!
That's an outro. Come on, man.
Let's go, man. For sure, man. Like I said, Ranks Majiinnj today. You feel me?
But yeah, man. I appreciate being here for real, and I'm excited for all the next podcast. For
sure, man. Like I said, everybody who's listening, Ranks X Majiinnj today, and we out of here. I'll catch up on the next episode. Y'all boys take care. We're out of here. Peace.